Hello guys, welcome. You know, I was just looking at Mr. Modius's intro there. And you know it says WoodenPotatoes in the text input field. I was looking at that and I was thinking, I have no memory anymore, like zero memory of when I typed that in. I mean, I know I did, factually I know I did. I know I recorded an intro screen, I guess, during the betas, and I remember salvaging it. And I remember talking to Mr. Modius when we made the first of those a while ago. But I don't actually remember, like, sitting down one day and be like, okay, I'm going to record this intro and I'm going to type, you know, my channel name in there. Because that's obviously, that's not even my account name. But anyway, yeah, just sort of a weird Zen moment there. I was thinking, Jesus Christ, the things that are slipping into the ether. I had a really profound, weird experience last week. Where I was like going through my old, last week and the week before, going through my old phones, getting all old pictures off of them so that I could move them all together. Because my phone's getting pretty old now, especially in the world of phones. So for me, I feel like you buy some tech, and it's sort of reasonable to expect it to last a good long time. So I got my last phone, I think it released in 2017, and obviously we're already out into 2025 now. So like it's not being supported, certain services are shutting off. I dropped, so I don't really drop phones. I don't really have shattered screens generally, but this one, I took the case off. About a year after I took the case off, I laid down on a couch in a room with a hardwood floor. I think I was in France at the time. I laid down. And just because I had laid down, it slid out of my pocket. And it fell maybe 1 foot. You know, like, couches aren't that high. It fell maybe 1 foot onto a hardwood floor, right on the corner. So I picked it up and I was like, oh shit, is that okay? And it looked fine, but there was a tiny little, like, crack right near the corner in the glass. Way up in the top right corner where it shouldn't have really mattered. And I thought, well, okay, good, I got away with that. But ever since that happened, that crack has just been growing. It's just grown and grown and grown and grown and grown. It looks like a hair on the screen or whatever, but basically, and it's starting to web out now as well. So like that tiny little thing, like I see people talking about like, oh, I protect my phones, I'm really good at keeping them safe, I'm so careful, blah, 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 blah. But the reality is, you don't have to be clumsy or cack-handed. I mean, what I did was I laid down on a couch. And, you know, you can't account for everything. Sometimes stuff happens. And, yeah, but, I mean, the real thing is because I didn't have the goddamn, you know, phone case on it at that time. If I'd had the case, there would have been an extra layer of plastic there. It would have been fine. Anyway, so, yeah, there's a few reasons. I've got to upgrade the phone. But, so, it got me thinking, like, okay, I'm going to transfer, you know, pictures and stuff across. What about my last phone? I realized, like, none of my previous phones, I was actually transferring forwards in a daisy chain. So there was like, and I was looking through all these old pictures, man. It's crazy. Some of the shit I forgot. Like furniture layouts, blinds I used to have, all kinds of things. Places I've been, ways I had things set up. It's nuts. I think I linked one, because some of it was related to the channel. Do you remember, so I forgot about this. Do you remember on the podcast we used to do audio adventures? So I had, like, on one of my old phones, I had all this, like, footage of me recording audio adventures, and I was like watching this footage like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, because I was only ever recording audio with these, but I guess I filmed it as well. So it's like me walking around, it's like me filming my legs, my feet, because obviously the footage didn't matter. And I'm like, what am I doing here? And I went through like 3 or 4 of them before I realized, oh my god, these are audio adventures. And some of them I didn't even really know what they were. I totally forgot about that feature, the audio adventure feature. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, on Discord I linked some like potato cams and stuff. But anyway, why am I talking about this? Oh yeah, so that thing of entering WoodenPotatoes in the input field is kind of a bit like that. It was very, very weird, and it was kind of like reconnecting with like another version of me or something, you know, like just a strange experience. So anyway, yeah, basically what I've done is I've actually kept the hardware, like, just bunged in a drawer, right? So I have my old phones. So what I've been doing is like trying to figure out what model they are, and that's really hard when you're looking at old like 2000s model phones and stuff. Oh my god. And then figuring out if I can buy batteries and charging cables for them so I can in some way connect them and in some way get footage and stuff off and pictures off. But anyway, yeah, so hello everybody, welcome. Bit of a tangent there. We are on beta day 4. We're going to be playing 2 more elite specializations today. There's not going to be a question and answer section. We're going to be jumping straight on in. However, there is one thing I want to show off. I do have a poll. If you guys look in the if you've made it live, hello, and it's awesome to have you here. Thank you for coming live. There is a poll. You can vote out of the 2 specializations, which one you prefer, which one you think is best. If you've been watching this mini-series, you'll know there's a twist to that. But yeah, so here, I just wanted to show, this isn't really a question, but this is amazing. This is a message I just had on Discord from Alco. I always love Aleco's posts, man. Here's what Alco just said on Discord. Well, okay, he didn't just say it. I just saw it, though. He said it at midday. WP, have you seen what World of Warcraft is doing with their outfit templates next expansion? Outfits will change automatically when you enter a certain map, dungeon, raid, your home, etc. Exactly what you asked for Guild Wars 2 for so long. Holy shit. Oh, I feel all kinds of good and all kinds of weird about this. Well, congratulations to World of Warcraft for having, you know, for getting this brilliant feature. Yeah, you're damn right. I've been asking for this for... You know, I've been talking for years about, like, you know, my for fun world-building project, dream MMO features, you know. I design all kinds of shit for it, like boons, classes. Well, I don't call them boons. I call them buffs. You know, how the trait system works, everything, right? Like, I'm really imagining there's a real MMO. A pillar, a core part of, like, my MMO, air quotes, is this feature, just to be clear. Like, my dream, as far as the RPG, because I'm trying to tackle, like, the idea of, like, running a game like that over a long period of time, right? One of the fundamental things I have, right, is you can build gear, you can get geared, like generic gear that you can just play through the story, explore the world as you go. But when you reach, like, let's call it end game, like a later, more invested period with the game, you can, like, fixate on certain regions and grind in those regions and empower yourself in those regions to take on higher difficulty challenges specifically in those regions. And for that, basically, so if it's like a snowy area, you would eventually move out of your generic gear and you would have snowy gear, and it's not just like a stat thing. You look like you're in, you know, woolly, well-suited gear for that climate, right? Or likewise for a desert or here, there, and obviously you can customize that however you like. But, like, it's a really good feature, I think. I've always been a huge fan of it. Hearing that Visions of Eternity was going to get fashion templates, that's the first thing my mind went to. We've talked about it even before the fashion templates. And do I actually think that Guild Wars 2 will get it? No, I don't know. I don't think so. But, you know, congratulations to WoW. You know what I do think is quite curious about this, though? It's sort of funny. Like, I want to talk about copying, all right? This is a very cynical take, again. You can sort of see how cynical and fucking miserable and twisted I am, really. Through a lot of the shit I've been talking about. So I remember... Do you guys remember years ago, okay, one of the Arenanet devs? Do we call him a dev? He was, like, the head of security. He like, dealt with hackers and botters and money sellers, shit like that, right? He... there was some guy who was exploiting the game in some way. I don't know what he was doing exactly. I can't remember. But this Arenanet dev caught this account, flagged it, logged in on his account, and instead of just banning this guy, I don't know if this guy had made a big fuss on the forums or something, but instead of just banning the dude, he made a YouTube video, right? An employee of Arenanet made a YouTube video, or maybe it was like a Vine video or whatever, I don't know, it was one of these dead services. He took control of this guy's account, he brought him here to Divinity's Reach, he brought him here and he did this. He jumped over the edge, the guy went splat, he entered some command in chat from here, and it kicked him to character select and it said your account has been banned. You cannot play. And that was the video. It was him... just doing, and by the way, you might call that unprofessional and blah, 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 blah. I don't think it was that unprofessional. I think it was, you know, it was kind of a funny little thing or whatever. I don't know. On the other hand, maybe you take security and shit seriously. You don't encourage players to think it's all just a big game. I don't know, whatever. I don't want to get into all of that. What I do think is interesting, right, is this tiny story, this minor moment, this tiny little blip in the history of Guild Wars 2, right? This 30-second video somehow got picked up by like normal news. I say normal news. I mean traditional news. I mean printed press. It was like The Guardian in the UK or something. Like it was in a newspaper. It was in a newspaper. This fucking video, this story, and it was just, you know, it was just a oh god, what do they call them? It was just a small clip, right? It was one of those small pieces you find in a column, right, on the right of the paper, and it basically said, you know, Guild Wars 2 character gets permanently killed for being banned or something, and that was it. And it's not news. It's not worthy. I mean, even for a fluffy little piece like that, it wasn't worth anything. But what was really interesting, so I want to talk about copying. What was really interesting was as soon as that happened, loads of papers covered the story. It made, like, mainstream news because other papers, other publications clearly looked at that and thought, well, we've got to fill up our thing. All right, let's do it. And it was a really big moment for me, right? Because it taught me a lot about how a lot of journalism works, right? In the modern era. That these are people desperate to just fill their fucking product with any kind of worthwhile story. And if someone else ran it, then it's good enough for them. And that's it, really. That's how it works. It's like there's no real scrutiny into whether it's worth anything, how accurate it is. You know, when you think about this story as just a small example of what happens all over the place all the time, it's really quite eye-opening and quite illuminating. But it's that, what I want to focus on here is that's an industry that just copies, right? They're not really thinking about what's underneath. They're just copying. So, and I tend to think it's not just about journalism. It's about many sectors, right? So I find it really interesting that World of Warcraft has a new expansion coming out right now doing fashion templates, and Guild Wars has an expansion coming out doing fashion templates. Now, does that I don't care how loud the alarm bell is to you guys, and this doesn't really matter very much, but does that not ring a little alarm in any of your guys' mind that, okay, maybe I don't know which direction this is happening in, right? Obviously, Arenanet announced Visions of Eternity first, and have that as a little bullet point first, and generated a tiny, inconsequential amount of buzz from it first. But, you know, within the industry, people of different studios talk to each other, you know. They share their ideas. They sort of have a general idea of what each other's doing, you know, not just on an individual developer level, but on terms of like a company-wide level. You got to know what your competitors are doing. You don't want to release an expansion overlapping with theirs and all that shit. Like, so I don't know what direction. So it's more than possible that the reason Visions of Eternity has such a feature is because they heard that Blizzard were doing something, right? And they're just trying to keep like some sense of feature parity. That it's not driven by passion or like, as if it is just this base naked copying thing. It's not that they think it's a good. You know, I've been sitting here for years espousing the virtues of this feature, and all of a sudden it's like coming in, and I wonder whether it's because they really believe in it or whether it's just because someone else is doing it. Like, and I would really hate to think that WoW's been doing this and Guild Wars is and so Arenanet, like, we'll put that in Visions of Eternity, but the version Guild Wars is doing is this small stripped down version that's not really going to hit the bar that the World of Warcraft one's doing. That would be very, very sad, and I don't want to just wildly imagine, you know, a scenario like that. So I'm not saying that that's the situation, but that is curious to me. I mean, and I might be uninformed here. Is it possible that one of the other MMOs did this? Did ESO do it last year? Like, who had the original idea? Where did this actually come from? You know, because clearly and maybe it's a thing where all the devs, all the studios have always liked it, but it's been like low down on the list. It's been a would be nice type of thing. But now that their competitors are doing it, like it's something that they can mandate, right? Maybe it's more that it's the, oh yeah, fine, okay, World of Warcraft are doing it, good. I can convince my boss that we should do it too now. You know, I've wanted to do this for years, but finally now I have that mandate. Maybe it's more of that, you know. But it is curious to me. Anyway, so to be clear with the Guild Wars side, we don't know if they're going to do this, the full feature. The feature I've loved and really want. And you know, just to be clear, why this is so good is because games like World of Warcraft, games like Guild Wars 2, live service games that are 10 years deep, games that are built on account progression, not character progression, which is a huge mistake. They have so many skins and nothing for their players to do with them, right? The motivation, the excitement has gone down, and I've been advocating for a two-pronged approach to fix this. Rewards are everything. They're the lifeblood of these products. My two-pronged approach is fashion score that you can display instead of just mastery points or AP or whatever. A fashion score. So just the act of getting skins is worth something. And the other thing is this thing that World of Warcraft's doing. This is so good. Oh my god, it's good. You know, so I can have my Crichton outfit and I can have my Shiver Peaks outfit. And there are lots of ticky-tacky details on how exactly you'd work it out. Would you do it by region? Would you do it by map and let the player customize it completely? You know, we don't know whether Arenanet is not doing it. As far as I'm aware, all we have on fashion templates on the Guild Wars side right now is we have the statement that they're doing it. We don't have any details onto how deeply they're doing it. As far as I know, I might have missed an interview, and people in the live chat, feel free to let me know, or in the comments, feel free to let me know. I might have missed an interview. I might have missed an article from a third-party site. But as far as I know, we have no info. So there's a chance they're going the whole World of Warcraft level with it. I would love that. There's always that little thing in my head that says it's a mini X-Pack. Don't get your hopes up, though. Diego also in chat says, have they detailed how they're approaching the raid and strike things? No, as far as I know, there's not too much detail there either yet. Basically, they gave you a canvas of everything the expansion's doing, and then they've started focusing on the elite specs. And here we are doing the elite specs. We're in the beta right now. And what will happen is, once the elite specs are done, we'll probably shift to details about those other things, probably. And I'm going to have the job of juggling that with Oblivion. Selvan says, because of how build templates were handled, you've lost your enthusiasm for build templates. You mean fashion templates? See, I don't know. See, you've come at that with a very cynical, angry angle there, really. Well, not angry. But I don't really have too many qualms with how they did build templates. Yes, they were overly monetized. But again, the context for that was they were moving away from expansions completely and box prices. There's no such thing as a subscription fee with this game. And they needed monetization. So that was a big feature, long outstanding feature. It was the Icebrood Saga, right? So, like, to me, I would criticize the idea of the Icebrood Saga, right? The idea that they could do away with box products forever. That's what I would criticize. That's why the Icebrood Saga was reviewing badly. The Icebrood Saga, the start of the Icebrood... So I'm reflecting on my time, you know, reviewing this game and the patches and stuff. The time I think I was most unfair to the quality of Guild Wars 2, when I was most unfair to it, I think was the start of Icebrood Saga, specifically here. I think the tone of the story here was pitch perfect. It was scary, it was creepy, it was adult. We had good characters like Ryland and Bangar around. There were still big cutscenes. It opened with the good concept art scene as well. They did interesting things with the maps. You know, you had the derby with the ad hoc PvP and all kinds of stuff. This is high quality Guild Wars 2. But if you actually go back and you look at my commentary during that period of time, it wasn't particularly positive commentary. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I was unfair about it. I and so many other people. It's because we had been told at the same time there was no future for the game. In terms of, like, big boxed expansions, nothing like POF was happening, nothing like Heart of Thorns was happening, nothing like a Guild Wars 1 campaign was happening. This was it. And the way they were funding it was by monetizing build templates. That shit, that, like, meta-level conversation, that cast this huge shadow over everything the developers were actually doing. And then they dropped the ball really hard with Drizzlewood and fucking U-turned and cancelled the whole thing. So, but yeah, like, I think the actual build templates, they're pretty well done, man. I mean, really. Yeah, there's some... Okay, the Legendary Armory has some quality issues in terms of usability and QOL. But I don't know what else I would ask for. Yes, selling the library was, like... I mean, even in the context of the Icebrood Saga, pretty fucking ridiculous. I still don't have this fully unlocked. But these are in the Wizard's Vault now. It's not gems anyway. So, yeah, anyway, right, but why are we here again, by the way? It's because, if you check it out, weekly is reset. The festival ends in 23 hours. So I'm hoping to do this stream, and then tomorrow, hopefully we can do another one earlier in the day, and we can get, like, a huge amount of the elite specs done, and do the gauntlet on all of them. So, so anyway, but the festival's ending, and obviously weekly just reset. You guys who play the game will probably be familiar with this. Every time there's a festival, there's usually like one day, like that Monday, where you can sneak in an extra weekly. You can sneak in some extra weekly boxes from the vendors, shit like that. What I really need is the Leviathan bone chest, and I've done 97 out of 100, so I'm just going to finish that. And I believe just doing a single race will allow me to finish that. So let's do that here. This race is pretty OP with the... pretty easy now with the Warclaw. The Warclaw has so many tools to just absolutely dominate this race. It's unbelievable. Okay, for some reason it took my endurance away, but didn't give me a dodge there. That was annoying. So like here, this is the trickiest section of the whole race. It's really annoying on a lot of mounts. On the Warclaw, you can kind of just... Oh, I knew it. No, we're not having that. Oh, I can't reset because it's not an adventure. That's really easy on the Warclaw, I promise. And this is a very annoying bit. All these little lanterns trip you up. There's a little ledge. If you get too, you know, sweaty about this race as well, those spikes can be really... Oh my god, what the hell is... I swear to god. As soon as I stream, I cannot tell you how bad my gameplay gets. It's like I've become an alien. I've done this like every day. By the way, this festival ending already feels really weird to me. It feels like it's ending so quick. Is it just me? Is this actually on a shorter run than most festivals? It seriously feels like it's ending fast. But maybe it's just the excitement of the beta and everything that's sped it along. Anyway, we will get to the beta in just a second here, guys. I really don't want to do a big hour-long intro, and I'm looking at the time. We're already 20 minutes in, so... Yeah, as soon as someone's... I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? But here, we'll do this. We get the box. There you go. And then we... So these are all weeklies I've done. So we're down to the hammer. Yeah, I will show you here on the adventure. For my own peace of mind. Alright, so you just run along. Get your extra regen. I'm going a fair clip faster as well because I have the Mount Endurance Jade Bot, which is really good. So about here, you're going to have no energy. So I hold it, do a little hop, wait for his feet to glow, and you just hop again. And that's it. And then you run up the ramp. And then here, this is a little bit tricky. So it's usually... Again, I did a jump there, and it took my endurance away. Instead of that second ramp, it's nice to just jump straight across. Oh, did you see I just got a connection error? Communication error with the friend server. That keeps happening to me. You know my API key's broken? I'm wondering if it's related to that. Anyway, when that pops during the adventure, it takes control away from your mouse. Like if you're holding right click to move the camera, and what that means is you start running it in weird directions and across walls. Like I've thrown adventures based on that. But yeah, the Warclaw is so fast, right? If you guys go and watch Boots' video on this with like mount swapping and stuff, being really crazy, you know, trying to beat all at the perfect time and trying to do this and that and everything all over the place. The effort he puts into this race is mental. I've only ever just done Warclaw on this year, and I'm only a few seconds behind him. That's how fast the Warclaw is. Like, my lifetime time is 1 minute 19. That was 1:21 you just saw. And Boots is at 1:14, see? So... And you watch that footage, you see how hard how much effort he puts in there. This isn't a slight to Boots, I'm just saying that's how strong a Warclaw is. You can get that close to like really, really, really good times. Alright, anyway, so there you go. So, beta time. Yes? We could stay for a boss blitz, but somehow I don't think so. You wish you had his tenacity? Oh, I know. It blew my mind seeing that he's done over 100 of them. Over 100. Even though the devs have implemented 100 is pretty cool. Pretty crazy. Oh, there he is. Boots is in chat here now. Hello, Boots. Wait, what? Honestly, better than I thought I'd do. What? On that tiny little race? He says, I ain't doing it again. No, you won't. Your time is still the best. You won't beat... On a pure Warclaw... Oh, I guess you... Yeah, if you weaved Warclaw in with the Beetle and you figured the strat, a new strat out, yeah, to be honest, you would smash your old time. The Warclaw is probably dominated invalidated so many of those adventures, right? So many of them. And it's funny as well, because I can't even advocate you go back and redo it. One, because of the effort and all that, right? But two, I mean, the skimmer's coming in a few months. I mean, who knows what the skimmer's about to do? I mean, Arenanet have demonstrated with these mini X-Packs, they don't really care about mount balance anymore. You know, the Warclaw has literally... The Warclaw has thrown both the Jackal and the Raptor in the bin. They don't matter anymore. An upgraded Warclaw, that's it. The Springer was killed by, I mean, Christ, even the launch Sky Scale, but certainly the Sky Scale now. And the Skimmer's about to get a huge buff. But, I mean, if they keep it more combat-oriented... Anyway, alright, guys, so the poll says here that you are all most excited about the Amalgam. For 55% to 45%. It's very close. You're most excited about the Amalgam. And as we know, we're going in reverse order right now with this series. So we're going to be starting with the Troubadour. So let's get our image up here. Oh, shit. That's a lecker. Yeah, congratulations to WoW. You guys know that meme of the little kid who's sulking? Like, it's an image macro. It's got 3 panels. And there's a kid sulking. He looks really miserable. And it says, good for you. Really happy. Very pleased for you. You know that? That's how I feel to the World of Warcraft players now. That's how I feel. And do you know what? My genius idea, my unrecognized genius, will now never be recognized. Because when Guild Wars 2 does eventually get that feature, it's just going to be, oh, they're copying WoW. All right, what are we looking at? So we're doing, we're doing Troubadour. Troubadour looks like a female Norn. Is that a Norn? Because she looks very big compared to that human, but obviously that's just how they've scaled them. I think it's probably a Norn. Female Norn. Mesmer. Which is a very, very odd pick, really. Or, not odd, unconventional pick. We've got to go max height. We've got to go with the Dommy Mummy. See, that doesn't work when you have a British accent, right? Because you want to say Dommy Mommy, but it doesn't rhyme for me. It's Mummy. Okay, instrument Mummy. That's good. I typed Mummy. Everyone's just, look, that's a reference to Egypt, all right? That's not some weird fetish thing. Okay. Oh, the icons. I don't like the icons. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Okay, so anyway. I do like the theme of these, right? That they're based on different legends. I do like that. And I miss you, Valiant Marshal Traherne. I miss you. Hey, the UI's all right here. People in Spud's Discord last night were talking about how there's like really bad UI work on all the specs except Gale Shot because the feathers look good. But I have to say, that looks good. What's wrong with the Troubadour UI? It's better than the Affinity UI, right? Affinity UI is like very placeholder to me. Instantly Debbie comes out. I know. They're not bad, all right? And hyperfixating on the icons is something I want to get away from. Right. It's always interesting seeing the Great Hunt here, right? Because we've skipped the intro instance. But we can, like, go into it somehow? I don't know. How do you get into it? What do I want to look at first? What did they default me to, first of all? Let's just get a sense of what they gave us as a build. They've started us on Chaos and Illusions. Chaos makes sense to me because of this trait. See, I didn't fully track what Arenanet were talking about with this on their stream. They made a change to Bountiful Disillusionment. My memory of Bountiful... I think I'm like 2 versions out of date with this. I used to play a good amount of Chaos Mesmer specs in PvP. And I would often use Bountiful Disillusionment, which for what it was for me was hitting F skills any shatter would give you a mini stab, which was just awesome in competitive. It would give you secure stomps whenever you wanted them, or it would give you, you know, you could guarantee a cast of whatever, you know, you felt was crucial enough. But mostly it was about that secure stomping, which is really, really, really nice. Or, you know, making sure you didn't lose that last tick of a node sometimes, shit like that. It was really cool. And I remember ages ago, they shuffled that stab away, right? So that stab was only, I believe stab was only on F4. And now it's changed again, hasn't it? Let's see. Gain stability when you use a shatter. Oh, is it still up? Oh, no, we do get stab on every shatter. What am I talking about? Okay, so it's still there. Gain stab whenever you shatter. Gain an additional boon. Sorry, grant an additional boon to any nearby allies based on which one. Okay, so share might. The Vigor as well with Bountiful Disillusionment was very good on the Mirage variants because Mirage got the buffs out of the Vigor. So we get Vigor, we get Fury, we get Regen, and then we get Stab for everyone else on F5. No, sorry, F4. No, F5. It is F5. Okay, so anyway, but they changed that. I'm sure on the stream they talked about how they changed that. For illusions, they've given us just Phantasm buffs. Let's open up on Master of Fragmentation, shall we? Since the shatters is the instruments. So this is like buffs your instruments, which is cool. And then we have Troubadour. We'll obviously look at the traits last. Okay, so WoodenPotatoes, I hear you ask. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? What's most on my mind for the Paragon was the wings. And we were thoroughly disappointed with the wings, weren't we, everybody? For this one, I want to feel like I'm playing music, all right? When I hit these F skills, I want to see a big, evident instrument, but the sound design is everything here. So on Paragon, right, like the utility skills, the commands had kind of rubbish animations, but I forgive it because... I forgive it somewhat, because a lot of the value there was the shout audio, and they actually kind of nailed that, so I'm all right with that, personally. Your mileage may differ with that. May vary with that. For here, I want good musical sound effects, all right? Really, I want them to cut through the audioscape. I don't want any kind of gross kind of mesmery mess, right? I want music. I'm a troubadour. Let me play. And I have to say, when I watched Arenanet stream, this was a big disappointment to me. Let's get it in-game, shall we? I'm going to go over to this Firefly, and I'm going to play my reverberating lute. Perform with your lute, sending out damaging sound waves. I'm trying to get away from other players. Here we go. The lute will consume all notes to continue playing in the background. Oh, so maybe we should build notes. Notes come from clones, right? Okay, hold on. I'm going to get naked. And, you know, we live in a very prudish world now, so we can't have this. This is not appropriate. So we'll put an outfit on to hide the fact that we're naked. All right. That way we won't dominate this Firefly. Oh, but we do want weapons. Okay, I'm trying to get away from other players, and they're hitting the Fireflies. Why did they prioritize... Well, we could use Spear. I mean, fuck it. Yeah, I like Spear. Except... I know that 4 gives me a Phantasm. Doesn't 2 give me a clone? Yeah. So, we're going to 2 him with the Spear to get a note. And here we go. Ready? Oh, what's this eye? Oh, that's Clarity from the Spear. It's called Clarity, I think. Yeah. Oh, wow. Clarity lasts forever. Dude, the Spear animations were so good. Dude, I'm telling you guys, last year they did really well with animations, and this year they've not. Okay, here we go. Oh, God. Oh, God. I couldn't hear anything. Okay, hold on. Also, wait. Okay, wait. Kill the Firefly. We're getting owned. We do need armor on. We just won't stat the armor. All right, we need some armor value. We're getting Eye of the North combat music here. That's right, guys. When I hear this song, I think of Burial Station and doing chest runs while listening to Alexis on Fire. Music. I'm turning the game music off. All right, here's a boar. Let's try this again. Let's get a bit of clarity. Let's refresh it. Let's get a bit more. Okay, we got 3 notes. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of my pretty song? Do you like it? That's a unique composition I've given you there. Do my notes go away when the targets die? No. Okay, good. I like that for open world. Let's try again. Ready? This is like Mozart or something. Here we go. Beethoven. Eat your heart out. Fucking hell, man. Okay, you might think, oh, it's too quiet. Turn effects volume up, but it's just gonna blow out the other noises. I mean, it gives us the cool etting sounds. Again, that should be on dialogue. Whatever. Look, I will credit it for being a unique noise. It is a different noise to what I've heard before. But it is just a noise. So yeah, I've got to say, Debbie will go away in a second. I'm sorry, guys, but this is not what I wanted from a bard. I can barely even see that I'm playing the instrument. I can seriously barely even see the lute in my hand. When am I ever going to indulge in that? Sorry, let's go with a more basic outfit. Should we go with like a town clothes outfit or something? Here we go. Designer hoodie. Nice. I think this was actually the pricey one for a while. All right, let's, for argument's sake, let's listen to the other ones. Here's my flute. It's all the other visual. It's the animations are huge, you know. Maybe a fix for this, because this is similar to the Paragon Wings thing. Maybe a fix, so to speak, is options that allow us to tone down or cull, you know, all these other things. The barrier visuals, the retaliation visuals, the chaos aura we're getting here. I mean, it sounds like a musical mesmer. I will acknowledge that. But hold on, shouldn't I be playing a song? Like, once I've got all my notes, right, I want to spend these notes. Shouldn't I, like, if I distort now... Like, that's not a song. Alright, I won't labour the point. And let F3. I mean, maybe what I'm doing, maybe it's wrong, right? Like, you don't play songs, you play notes. They're notes, right? What are you expecting? It's just, I guess my point, my response to that is, you know, like I had a comment of someone saying, you're criticizing these things for not being what you want them to be, when what you should do is look at what they want to be. What did Arenanet want them to be? It doesn't matter what you want, it matters what Arenanet wants. And Arenanet wasn't trying to make in this example, Arenanet wasn't trying to make someone that plays songs, they were trying to make someone that plays notes. And I guess my response to that rebuttal is, does it matter? I mean, at the end of the day, we are consumers playing this product for entertainment. I don't want to say the customer is always right. And I definitely get... I understand meeting the eye level of the artist, right? You don't ask art to be what it's not trying to be. But the buck does stop with my entertainment, doesn't it? And if I've ever dreamt of a bard or whatever coming into this game, I wanted to be like singing songs and playing music, and this doesn't provide that. And I think that's a disappointment. And I think that anyone who feels that way, I think is perfectly within their rights to feel that way. So there you go. All right. Disappointed with the F skills, just as we were disappointed with the Paragon F skills for not doing the wings. There's not much more to say. Let's get past it. Let's look at the rest of the spec, shall we? And what's a good like theme-fitting place to play music? What do you guys think? I would say Uzlan's Mechanical Orchestra, but there's no combat there. While we do buildcraft, maybe we can look at that while we read things. You could hear the flute, but not the lute. You're a poet and you didn't know it. Right. Also, no references to Uzlan in this spec. Oh god, this is going to drive people batty, isn't it, hearing this? Going to drive people up the wall. Okay, right, so what do we actually do with these? Perform art with our lute, sending out damaging sound waves. Yeah, I saw. The lute consumes all notes to continue playing in the background. The lute's duration is extended for each note consumed. So every note gives me another sound wave, and then later... it will play, which gives me benevolence, damage, and condi damage. Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to turn off Bountiful Disillusionment, and I'm going to turn off Master of Fragmentation, just so we can see them raw. It's not always 3. Oh, no, it's always 3. Okay, so, sorry. So, even with 0 notes, we throw out 3 waves. And the thing is that we get a buff that lasts longer. That is the main thing. Additional time per note, 5 seconds. Really? Let's take a closer look at that. No, I don't want to do Blood Tide. I did Blood Tide with the spears. Let's go somewhere else. I like this thing where we have low gear, so everywhere is valuable for testing this stuff. More notes equals more duration. So if I have 3 notes and I play F1, I actually get that passive for 15 seconds. Which is good. I mean, the cooldown of it is only 10.5 right now. We have traded that. So when my phantasms die, am I getting notes out of them? I am, okay. So yeah, loop playing for ages. Okay, and that's the... okay, and I get this floating phantasmal loop with me. I think what's missing is this should play music, right? This, it's got the little... Oh god, we should just kill these fucking things. Maybe that's what the spec needs. Let's be constructive, right? Can these lingering ones play songs? Oh, no, hold on. Wait, is it because they tied it to instrument volume? No. Is it because it's player chatter or item chatter? Hold on, let's see. Am I just coping? No, I'm coping. Maybe it doesn't work because you can you have multiple of these phantasmal instruments out at once? You can, right? So maybe it doesn't work because they sound bad together. Yeah, that's right, WP. Music famously doesn't work if you have more than one instrument. No, that should be what it is. It should be, right? We create a song. How good would that be? You know, like I play this drum, right? And this is my drum line, right? So I've got a beat going now. Bum ba da bum ba ba dum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba da bum ba da bum, and then I play the flute. You know, like we would play the music. That would be so good. And then isn't there a thing in this where you build them all up and then you unleash Exodia or whatever? They do play it. They do play a song. Okay, well, why am I not hearing it? That is the mechanic. Why am I not hearing it then? You guys can hear it and I can't hear it? He doesn't hear it because he doesn't stop talking. Yeah, I'm wearing headphones, mate. That's got nothing to do with it. I can hear the game perfectly fine. Let me kill this. Is it that little tick, 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 tick? How the fuck? How is that a loop? You can't hear it on stream, but you heard it when you tried it yourself. Yeah, it's not working for me. Is it because it's on the music volume slider and we just muted it? It's quite loud for us now. Okay, what? You guys trolling me? Am I having a stroke? Hold on. Let me try again. All right, 3 notes. Hold on. All right, shh, everybody, shh. Rewind your own stream, you can see. Put your stream on your phone to check, WP. Turn effect volume all the way up. It works fine. I honest to God, don't hear it. What? On what? What? Guys, I'm not trolling. I don't hear any music there. I hear a little tick, 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 tick. You guys, sorry. You guys aren't talking about the on activation just when I press F1, right? Okay, and to be clear, so you guys are going to have to type in full sentences because there's a slight delay. I don't know exactly what you're responding to, but we're not talking about the tick, 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 right? Because that's not a loot noise, right? There's an actual song. WP, I love you. I swear I can hear it. Sounds like generic loot in tavern music. It's really there. It's super quiet, but it's playing. Maybe point your character towards the illusionary instrument. Maybe it's directional? No, the entire 20 seconds. How can WP not hear it? I have to check my own stream. I actually never do this, right? But I'm going to my own stream here. And I'm going to rewind this shit. Hold on. You guys will have to bear with me. I have to know. I have to know. I'm going to click my own link. I'm going to turn it on. VOD capabilities, very good. Alright. Oh, that's really weird. I just heard my own voice there. Okay, I'm rewinding. Okay. I'm muting just for now so that I can track to the right moment that I'm actually listening to it. Come on, you dummy. Test it. Come on. Oh, God. It's all just me standing around. This is... Why do you guys watch this? This is dire content. All right, here we go. Okay, I have to be quiet now, live, while I listen to this. I don't think it will stream the audio of me actually testing. Okay, so I'm running up to a raptor. I'm attacking it to generate clones. Okay, I'm unmuting the old video. No, I don't hear it. I don't hear it. Hearing loss? I hear everything fine. So wait. Are you guys telling me that it's quiet? So right now there's music in the background, right? I cannot believe this conversation. Am I having a dream right now? There's music in the background right now, right? Like actual music. I hear that fine, okay? I hear it fine. I hear it fine. I hear it fine. I hear it just about right now. Let me turn up. Okay, no, I hear it fine. No, I don't hear it. I think there's an interval right now. But I hear the wind. I hear the footsteps. Oh, no, I hear a violin. I hear it. I hear that very loudly. There's a horn there or something. I can just about hear the background. Is it around that level? Okay, we're going to cut music. We're going to max effects. We're going to max this. I'm going to turn it up really loud. IRL. Okay, here we go. Holy fuck, my ears. This is so loud. This is so loud. Ow. Oh my god, that's so loud. I hear the clarity sound effect. Alright, here we go. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. Amazing. I hear it. I heard it. Okay, it does exist. I'm not being trolled. I think I had my headphone volume too low. There it is. Okay, and just to clarify, everyone heard that on stream way louder, right? It's only real when I hear it. Exactly. All right. It's very quiet. Being tied to FX volume isn't going to help. Yeah. Okay, see, this is the problem. I can't play the game like this, though, because everything else is way too loud. It even has a fading out effect, whoosh. Yeah. Okay, can I just ask to chat, all right? Is there anyone else in chat who was struggling to hear that? Is this a me thing? Because I've got people telling me that they could hear it the whole time, and I get that, but it was very quiet, right? It was way louder that final time. Thank you. Can we get a sound add-on with your versions of the songs? Yeah, I'll do Foley for each one, and then someone can layer it together. Okay, here's the loop. Do 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 do. All right, and now we'll listen to this next one. I mean, Jesus Christ! Like this is like a car crash in my ears. Right, let's listen to this. Here we go. That's what I heard there, and that was nice, and I'm sure that sounds amazing overlaid with the reverberating loop. Like, I promise you guys, if I made a video with sound effects like this, it would get bombed with comments of people saying this is unwatchable because the audio balance is just not working. This combat sounds are way too loud. I cannot make a video like this. All right, here we go. Next thing. Look, when the sound effect of my character spinning their weapon is louder than the instrument music, we have a problem. All right, but that was like all right, and then finally, well, not finally actually, because we have crescendo as well. I fucked that up. Well, sort of. Oh, no, don't do that. Okay, never mind. I actually hit F1, but they're not instant. So here's Distort now. This is my harp. Dun 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 dun. There you go. That's that. And then this is all of them, isn't it? Strike up the band and unleash a wave of sonic magic. Instruments playing in the background contribute to the amplitude, increasing the strength of the wave. Ah, no, it doesn't summon up the whole band. Or does it? Let's just press it. And there we get our little conductor's wand for a few frames. This is one of those things where if Elite Spec still had weapons, and if they could be really experimental with weapons, then the weapon would be the wand, you know, it would be more prominently there. Okay, so I need to summon everyone and then press it, but maybe the Elite does it. Retell how Jenna protected her city in the time of need, granting allies distortion and chaos aura. This one isn't shitbound. Look at that. Nice, simple. Our performance. Command every instrument to begin playing in the background. Duration is determined by the number of instruments you currently have. So, oh god, this is one of those things where like a golem would actually be good. Cause, oh, here we go, a veteran note cart. Because what we're going to want to do is spam a lot of notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 3 notes. Oh. Right. And then what I'm going to do... Play this. Summon the phantasms. Play this. Mirror image. 2. Play this. Oh, you wanker. Okay, and now crescendo. Oh no, I fucked up. It's not crescendo first, it's the elite first. We only had 2. How the... This is the... how is anyone even going to hear this in regular solo combat? Let alone when you're... Imagine doing this... Imagine trying to listen to this in fractals. Imagine trying to listen to this in a strike mission or a raid. Imagine. Alright, I'm going to do this. 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 It sounds lovely, I'm sure. It sounds lovely. Oh, fuck this. He's way too tanky. He's way too tanky. Look, it... Oh, this is cool. The fact it's lingering on the Warclaw and I have a bit of music. That's really cool, actually. I like that. I like that the instruments linger while I'm running around. But, yeah, audio mix. Oh, my God, please. But do you know what, guys? This is not just a Troubadour thing. This is a Guild Wars thing. Guild Wars has always been awful with this. You get... Like, it's like the second we turn the effect volume up, the Etten sounded cool and all that shit. But I just... Yeah, you can't... I have to have it low. It sounds lovely, get smacked. Yeah. I wonder, did they lower the volume loads because they don't want, Sorry, I gotta check one more thing. I'm really sorry about this. Hold on. I don't want to blow your ears out, and I want to get to the actual build craft, but one sec. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna F1. Oh, I hear it. I do hear it here. Now that I've heard it once, I hear it slightly. No, it doesn't do anything. I wanted to check if this slider did anything. And it doesn't. Like, if they're concerned about, you know, this overwhelming the audioscape every time you play with a Troubadour and, like, you know, you're supposed to be hearing the cool Zero music or whatever, and instead there's that. You know, let players, you know, bind it to player chatter or player item chatter or player instrument volume. You know. And being able to mouse over these to get tooltips explaining them. And, you know, and then you could put the caveat in there. Player instrument volume and Troubadour stuff. I think would be very good UI improvement as well. But yeah, okay, so... the spear twirl is so loud in comparison. I know, exactly. That's how much we've had to bump all the sound up just to be able to hear those. We need to ask Shaman to extract the audio files for us. Well, again, Nexus has... Well, it might not have... No. If this was FF14, there would... trust me, there's really good shit where you could manipulate any sound effects you like in the entire game. And you can fix this stuff for yourself. But it's not good enough to ask players to install add-ons and, you know, mess around with really advanced options. I'm a little nervous with all this section of the stream because I'm a bit concerned it's just me, you know, and the way I play and the way I have my volume set up. Some of you guys in chat there have given me an impression that it's perfectly fine, even with how with how we originally did it. Like, when I first said, oh my god, there should be music, and there's not, people were like, there is. I don't know if that's informed by your own experiences in the client, or by what you were listening to on this stream. But if it was by what you were listening to on this stream, then that tells me maybe it's okay for some people. So, I don't know. I don't know. Howie says, I should hear the music from the music spec. You agree I'm right, it's not just you. Well, okay, so maybe there's some of us, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, something to think about. That's by the way, that's even in the worst scenario, that's not actually a big criticism. Arenanet just need to bump the volume up. That's it. Just bump the volume up. We're literally talking about a value. So, and while they're at it, take a look at the whole game. Because it is cool. Lost details, lost beauty. We were trolling a little. I don't know, maybe. Now, go see how BG3 celebrates Bard and tell us this is anywhere near as good audio-wise. I mean, you're comparing what, like, literally the best RPG of the decade to this. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't really have many memories of Bard in BG3. I don't think we had one on our team. Macja says, this was my first time seeing Troubadour, and I only heard the music after you zoomed in. Yeah, and that's the thing that zoomed in as well. Let's just check. Like, Boots had that idea that it was directional or something. Just one quick checker. Like, isn't this exploding your ears, guys, when I have this up? Right, we killed a mower. Right. So listen. Oh, that's dialogue. That's why it wasn't getting loud. Okay, here we go. No, I think I don't hear any difference there. It seems to me like directionally, it doesn't really matter. Like distance, proximity, it's all right. It's fine. So the zooming isn't. Which tells me, by the way, that it's kind of it's a sound that's sort of bound to me, maybe, or something. And that's another solution if they're scared of this getting too, you know, give it just to the Troubadour, right? I don't know. And besides, it's one of those things as well where some critiques are not worth making because we already live in that world. We already live in the world where there's a billion sound effects that crowd out, you know, like playing with Chrono. I don't like playing with Chronos because of the clock sound effect on the wells. This is the ugliest sound effect in the game to me, right? Hold on. Let's do it over here. This shit is a cacophony. Oh, wait. Oh. Right. No one's going to hear a Troubadour song under that. I would rather hear a Troubadour song than that. Do you know what I mean? The Chrono Well sound effect, like, that is the audio of raiding to me. And, you know, not that you always have a Chrono, but my God. Ugliest by far is Herald Elite. What, for sound effects? I like the Chrono Wells when it's one at a time. But, like, I don't know. You guys love it? Come on! It just sounds like, oh, well, whatever. Look, everyone, there's no accounting for taste. Just as there's no accounting for mine. Alright, okay, should we look at the class now then? I'm curious now about the utilities. So, Tale of the Second Song. It's a tail, and then... So, wait, these are called... These don't have a tag. They don't even have a shatter tag, it seems, but they are shatters. That's weird that Warrior gets the burst written on the tooltips, but this doesn't get shatters written on there. Anyway, Tails. Deliver the story of Aurene. Wait. We didn't really look at their effect. Sorry. So send out waves. Confuse and... Okay, so that's like a shockwave. This one's a wide PBAOE. This one's multiple waves. They're not very distinct, are they, in terms of, like, what they do? And this is all of them at once, presumably. No, it's just one wave. So most of them are waves. This is a wave out in front. And I get it, sound waves. That makes sense. That's quite cool. This is kind of a cone wave. This is one PBAOE. This is multiple PBAOEs. And then this is one again with a crescendo. And the effects we get are, you know, flat damage, confusion, some kind of CC. But this is actually multiple CCs. It's a stun for anyone really close. A long days and then a short days. And then this one is Strum the Harp, rejuvenate allies, in a burst of healing, so you can heal AoE, and then continues to heal. It gives me Distort. They gave it the Virtuoso treatment, where they give you the pleasure of your own Distort still. So this, while the harp plays, I get Benevolence, damage, and Condi damage. Oh, okay. While all the instruments play, I get this healing, damage, and Condi. That's why it's so broad. So if I have all of them playing, I get 4, 8, 12, 16% to all of those things. The tune reverberates, creating a healing area for a short duration. But then the harp playing in the background does not do anything. There's no... So these phantasmal instruments following me, they're just giving me buffs. They don't do anything else. I mean, maybe I can spend them. Right, this following me... Like, I can just about hear it back there. Can you guys just about hear that? That doesn't release anything. When I hit another F skill, it doesn't do anything. It's basically just giving me plus 4% to a few stats. Okay. I hope for some traits that mean they linger a really long time, you can keep them up. The core idea, if we imagine that the music volume was good and everything, I really like that. I just want to say, the idea that we're building up the instruments and they sound... If we imagine a world where the audio balance is good, I think that's brilliant. I think that's really, really fun. And honestly, improves my opinion on the spec, like, a lot. I still think the actual instrument themselves... Like, I don't know. The fact I'm not playing it for very long, but again, they got to get you back to your weapon, so I don't... Like, I can't constructively talk about that, because I don't know what else they would do. I mean, there's a whole other spec design where they did kits, right? And you do permanently actually hold an instrument, and maybe that was a better route, the kit idea. But considering they didn't do that, and I'm working with what I've got, I don't really know what to say about it. It's just a bit lame, isn't it? They're too small and too short. Also, I would prefer these. I know it's not the Mesmer vibe, but I would prefer these if they weren't purple and glowing and translucent. If they were just... If I was just summoning them. But I guess we're a Mesmer, so... And that's the problem with doing elite specs, not full classes. If it was a full class, we wouldn't have to do this. Because then I'd get my flavour of actually seeing a loot around, you know? Anyway, so they're basically conventional shatters. It's damage, Condi damage, CC, and then Distort. This will not feel very different to playing regular Mesmer. You know, it really won't. These are Mesmer shatters that are not instant activation. There you have it. Crescendo. Strike up the band. Unleash a wave of magic. Another wave. And so this is just a big hit. And it has barrier on it too. So if I have all the instruments... And then I barrier... And then, yeah, we get a big chunk of barrier. So you want to elite crescendo. By the way, I just noticed about the UI, the shatters have little duration. Here's what I'm going to do. Nobody plays the game like this, so this isn't very representative. But if we... Wait, why am I so confused? Did they move it? I guess they moved it. It's definitely under general options. What? Is it under? Oh yeah, it is under. It is under. So I'm going to go larger UI, right? So we can actually see the UI a bit better. We can see the icons and stuff. Probably should have done this series like this. But if you look, when I hit my F1, if you look above the F1, there's a little bar there. It's lit up, showing me that I have it. It's like kind of a cool illumination. I think this UI is alright. The note element looks good. And the actual shatters showing that the instruments are playing, and the way that they glow. I think the box itself should glow rather than the backing to the box, especially considering that background glow is overlapping with the notes there. But whatever. There's no point us talking about this stuff. This stuff's not going to change. But yeah. Okay. So those are the shatters. So then we have tails. So the heal skill, deliver the story of Aurene and the dragon cycle, rejuvenating nearby allies. Why Aurene is the heal? Because she healed Tyria? Reciting the tale with 2 or more instruments playing will increase the healing received for a short while. So let's just do it on its own. We see the big Aurene. I like the legend things, right? That's kind of like another version of Herald, I guess. Glint. So who was that? Oh, that was Almora. That looks cool. The modern art has a certain, like, and you see this on, like, concept art they release for the X-Packs. You see this on loading screens quite often. It has a sort of plasticky feel to it. Do you guys know what I mean? And you can see that really clearly here. It doesn't have, like, that painterly sort of vibe that I feel like Guild Wars is so well known for. Do you see how plastic that looks? But anyway, I like the idea of that popping up. I think that's a good visual. These are not musical in any way that I can hear. Let's get some notes. Shatter. I did that a little bit wrong. And then let's get another instrument and quickly heal. So we had Scion's Reprieve on us, but there was no music involved there. Shouldn't these tales be like shouts? Should we not say, Aurene, the healer of Tyria? Shouldn't we say something like that? Let's try it again. It's a tale, right? This is us being a storyteller. It's a cool part of the theme. I'm not asking for a paragraph, but a sentence maybe? I quite like the shatters. They're very fire and forget. They're very easy, very high Q. When we're talking about the idea of crafting an open world build, like, I don't have to think at all. There's a good cone on that. The way there's good like brain off sort of pressure. Exactly the kind of thing that I enjoy about Catalyst, right? When you're dropping the spheres and you have the rotating orbs and stuff. Oh, it's because I have player chatter disabled, so it is there. Let's have a look. Player chatter and item chatter. It's ironic because I just turned those off. So I'm going to do it.
Ascended true at Dragon's Fall.
Okay, cool. Are there variants to it? Will she say that every time? Let's see again. I wonder if the performance... Oh, that's good. This is like the lyrics, you know? We get the music and then the lyrics. Oh, she should sound like she's singing it, though. Just a little bit. Just a little bit lyrical. This is not bad, actually. I think they've got it. It's in there. It is in there. Let's see. We have an instrument.
Resisted even Jormag's call.
Oh my god, it's good! And it is lyrical! She just rhymed. Look, Troubadour's gaining points here for me. Their verses for each skill. Let's see if she does it again. Why not do this in training? Because everyone's at the fucking golem. I don't want to sit at the golem. I really cannot stand sitting at the golem. I will sit at the golem to learn a rotation before I join a raid group. That's about it. Fuck the golem. And fuck everything the golem stands for. I'm not mincing words here. Alright, go again.
Somber veils. No void full end.
So good! There's 3 of them! How many before I'm truly impressed? If they've got like 6... And they're queuing up properly as well. She's not looping.
Quickly.
That's
how I do it.
Sort of ruins it a bit having the Troubadour chatting shit to the Drake in the middle, in between the verses.
A cycle reborn, a world to mend.
Very good. All right, look, guys, I got to do 2 elite specs today. And the reality is, if there's loads of lines on all of these, I can't do, like, I'm not going to do a showcase of these buried in the middle of this video. It's exciting, it's interesting. I'm sure people will do dedicated videos, put in all of the lines together or something. Shaman might even do something like that if he's mining them out.
Ascended true at Dragon's Fall.
But it's good, right? I'm curious what it is. There might even be a post online already. You know, where you can see. I assume there's like basically a poem or whatever for each of these. Yeah, and that's a lot of lines, and it's commander lines, exactly so as Banjo says there in chat. Class, gender, and yeah, very, very good. What about the golems in the fractal lobby? It's the same thing! They're already all on Wiki. Are any of them, like, super fascinating that I could go grab some screenshots of them, maybe? Alright, let's see. We could do that on the Q&A section on one of the upcoming parts, right? So let's see what we've got then. So we have Aurene, a little story about Aurene. Very good. I like it. I like getting the instruments on the left and the lyrics on the right. Tale of the Soul Keeper. See, okay, all right. Debbie is back. Why didn't they show this on their official stream made to sell the expansion? What was that? Look at the quality that's here, and they did nothing to show it off. Oh, what? Oh, I know why. It's because they can get content creators to do it for them. You're curious about Scarlet? Yeah. Are we gonna like rat her out? Let's see. So this heals allies and gives me fat benevolence. Next, Might Fury. Oh, and Alacrity here on the utility. Rouse allies with the Legend of Almora Soulkeeper, granting all these boons, which is pretty good. Reciting this tale with the lute will give you additional notes. Oh, yeah. I remember. So this performance thing, this is basically resonance, right? If you saw my discussion on the conduit, where they get a buff if it's just for a specific legend, here it's the same thing, but it's based on the instrument you're playing. And the mechanic works much better here, because that's not a buildcraft layer. You're always going to have all of these. So they're all eminently proccable. So it's okay that Soulkeeper only combos with one. We don't need a performance effect for all the instruments, right? Because they're all available. So it works here. And somewhere in my mind, I wonder if they sort of built the performance thing and sort of thought, well, we can do something similar for the conduit. But I don't think it works on the conduit. Here it works. So we can gain notes out of it as well. That seems very strong. So if I go loot, and which one was the loot? The loot was F1. Okay, damage. Yeah, I gotcha.
Oaths and lessons never forsaken.
Nothing can bring...
Resisted even Jormag's call. Life blooms anew, a legacy made. Barrier raised against mantle plot.
Unfortunately, the song makes absolutely no sense through actual normal gameplay. You know, a world where we pick like a stance. We're singing Aurene's song for a while, and then we'll sing Soulkeeper's song for a while, and then would probably have worked better. I don't, off the top of my head, know how they could have finagled that. But okay, it's not like anyone's really going to be listening. Also, yeah, the regular noises cutting in sort of ruins it a bit. Okay, so we got a nice sort of offensive... These are basically shouts, right? They're another flavor of shouts. I agree. I think the
vigil unshaken.
The animations are good. Tale of the Tortured Mastermind. So this tale actually requires a target. Recall the cruelty of Scarlet Briar as you revile your target with a battery of insults, damaging their ego. Oh no! That's not good. That's my weakness. Speaking of weakness, look at that. It's on there. 4 hits. The first hit does weakness. The second hit does vuln. The third hit removes 3 boons. Nice. 3 boons is the threshold you want for PvE. You know, if you're doing fractals, you see those 3 boons come on. Can't remember the name of the instability. You want to rip all 3 of them, otherwise it doesn't feel fun. 25-second ICD, not ICD, just cooldown. That's good. That's in the sweet spot. Well done, Arenanet. Wait. Number of hits 4. Oh, right, yeah, because yeah, okay, and the 4th hit is days. Why have they listed number of hits above the days? Okay, and then if we combo this with the flute up, which is your F2, you will get Condi pressure. So it's kind of Boon Rip plus a Condi spell. And, I mean, it's got Break Bar on there too. That's really strong.
The Mad Scarlet yucked.
The Mad Scarlet yucked. Yucked? Is that it? That seems like an odd word. Is that because I don't understand? Is that a medieval sort of colloquialism or something? All right, okay. I like that looks very strong and very handy. I like how fire and forget a lot of these are. You know, your mileage may vary with what you're looking for. So then there's Traherne. Orate the heroism of Traherne, calling nearby allies to action. Break AoE stuns and prepare them for battle. Where's all this? This shit's cracked. This shit's overpowered. Where was Paragon? Didn't have anything like this. AoE stun break on a random ass utility. I don't remember that. With prot and resist on there. And barrier afterwards. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to F1.
Fangs out.
Almora.
Blade sharp.
And then I'm going to... What does he like? He likes... Was it the harp? Sorry. Yeah, the harp.
Nothing can bring me.
Duskborn sun. Burden he bore.
Dude. If this has like a pressure line, when we look at the traits, if this has a damage line, and if they tweak the audio and stuff, I'm thinking I could play this. All right, next. Well, lastly, it's Dougal, right? The Honorable Rogue. This one has ammo. Quote the escapades. This is good tool. This is like Firebrand level tooltips as well. You know, you get actual flavor in there in the body text. Quote the escapades of Dougal Keen, causing nearby allies to become extraordinarily nimble and liberating them from movement impairing conditions. What the fuck? We give everyone a dodge. Cleanse all movement impairing condies. Give them swiftness. But if you did it after the drum, it's AoE super speed.
A thief out of luck.
And this is an ammo skill.
Deals were struck.
It didn't rip that second emote there. Maybe I fucked that up.
Defense, then offense.
This-
A pact fixed upon the Orient shore.
This feels good. I'll tell you why. Because...
As clockwork night.
I mean, I've not learned it. I've not learned it. Do you remember when we played do you remember when we played Paragon? I complimented that it felt good to weave from the F skills to the utility skills and back, right? Remember? This has that exact same thing and it feels good. And I haven't fully learned who likes what right now. But actually stacking tails and weaving instruments to tails, that's fun. I like that. You know, if the only way in which you interact with this game is through going to Snow Crows and reading what they tell you to press in that order, and you never dynamically play, and you just sit in fucking 10-man's strike missions all day, none of this will matter to you. But if you do dynamically play, if you do think about what you press when you press it, not just because you're following orders, but because you're actually playing the game, this feels really fun, okay? So it kind of depends what category of player you are, but this is cool. And juggling that in like competitive modes also I think will feel really fun. I like the flow of it all. And I like how brain off the aiming is for me as well. Okay, finally, so the August Queen, she likes... Oh, and she doesn't bounce with anything. She just gives you everything. And it's distortion. So I could do her...
Proprietors throne, may Codicus rot.
Yeah, all right. I'm down with this. I am jiggy with it. I think that I think I'm still disappointed in. Yeah, I am. I like the idea that these are all sound waves. That's cool. But I think like you see how there's little musical notes like barely hidden, obscured in the animations. I would rather if those were bigger. This feels too generically mesmery with like all the visuals. Assuming they fix the music. I'm alright with this, guys. Seriously. Now, let's see if they have a pressure line. If this has a pressure line and a solid support line, I've got a way better impression of this than the streams gave me. Alright, let's start reading, shall we? Swap butterflies out for notes. I mean, that's kind of what they did, I think. It's just, I would like it to be more obvious. And it feels like most of the emphasis is on the purple fuzz rather than the musical elements. Right. So, Wandering Minstrel. We build notes instead of summoning illusion. Hello? That's not right, Arenanet.
Quickly.
That Arenanet is an illusion, okay? Come on now. Illusions means phantasms and clones. It's the meta category. If you summon it as a mesmer, it's an illusion. It's illusion, it's clones and phantasms. What we lose here is clones. We summon notes instead of clones. Not all illusions. We still have phantasms. Anyway, shatters are replaced by instrument skills, which consume notes to continue playing. Gain access to tails. Very good. Easy to understand. We can right-click through the new shatters. Happy with that. Oh, by the way, now that I've read those, so Bountiful Disillusionment. So yeah, basically we just put more boons out to allies. The amount of stab coming out, it should be good, right? Yeah, I think it has a nice, fun synergy. I like the idea of chaos. Okay, so Harmonize. Gain bonus outgoing healing and damage per instrument playing. We've seen that. That's excellent. This is a good example where, by the way, they could have just baked that into the skills, and this isn't a trait, but they put it on the trait. See there, where it says loop playing 5 seconds plus 4% healing increase. That shouldn't say loop playing. That should say Harmonize, right? If you're giving it to me via a trait, in my opinion. Symphonic Resonance. Crescendo grants affected allies boons per instrument playing. Okay, so we're always getting Fury and Might. Again, that could be baked into the skill. They opt to put it on a trait so that they don't have to design a trait, basically. Alright, so they've given us Mayhem. Your flute now applies Torment. While the flute is playing, heal yourself when you apply Confusion or Torment. So this is... So is there a Condi pressure line? That's my question. I don't see many Condis on tooltips. I see 2. Confusion and Torment. Okay, so the flute is F2. While the flute plays, heal yourself when you apply... Oh, okay, so hold on. This is... shit, what was it called? They're just Tormenting runes, right? Torment is back. Torment runes are back. Oh my god, I used to roam so much in World vs. World with those. There was a very, very strong Mesmer variants that would use Torment runes for self-sustain, and they killed it, and rightly so. I guess it's back, but locked to Troubadour here now. That healing of 19 looks low, but if this is even remotely like that rune was, it's strong. I like to see that back. Alright, let's see what it's opposed. I think I was wrong to criticize Arenanet about their demonstration. I think it is better to show the alternatives. So let's go on. So hold the note. Crescendo extends the duration of boons. Okay, so we get a boon bounce, a 3-second boon bounce on Crescendo. That's pretty strong if you're going to be spamming boons out on people. Or finally, we can buff the drum. Deafening Drum releases an additional quick wave after a delay. And while your drum's playing, you will deal damage to enemies we disable. Oh, interesting. It's curious to me that Mayhem... Oh, no, it does. So basically, Mayhem buffs this little purple guy. That means that he's healing me on Condi ticks. This one buffs this little purple guy and means I still... Is it still health? No, it's still damage on disable. Let's go somewhere... Let's go to a level 80 area now so we can see better tooltips. Let's go to Jorah's Keep, since we're thinking about Almora, I guess. We just talked about the Icebreed Saga. Oh god, see how loud that is? Fuck me. Turn the environment audio down there. And then this one buffs... kind of the Crescendo. It's weird though, so the harp doesn't get anything and the F1 doesn't get anything. Maybe it's later. Well, there you go, it is. Shredding. Your loot's damage is increased per wave. Deal increased strike damage while you have the loot playing. 20% modifier there for the power line. Holy fuck. We should take shredding plus... Shit. Is it in illusions? Yeah, shredding plus master of fragmentation. So that our F1s are just critting and doing fuck tons of damage. So you could take... Syncopate, by the way, is an interesting word. I don't know why Syncopate isn't adjusted on the top line there, because you've got two very good things there. So, by the way, Syncopate, it's 222 damage per CC. And there was a lot of CCs rolling around on this. Next, Raconteur. That word, by the way, that's a very Mitchell and Webb thing to me. Tails grant a note. And they recharge their corresponding instrument. Wow. So I can... So, for example, right... Almora. This is a cool combo. I want to press Almora when I already have a loot up, right? So I'm going to press the loot. It will be on cooldown. So I'm going to press Almora, which will give me the cooldown back. So I can bounce back and forth. And we're getting synergies every step of the way. Look, loot, Almora, loot. Oh, no. Hello? Did I do it too early? I might have done it too early. Is there instant activation shit on here?
Getting healthier. Eat pain.
Oh, no. Sorry. It doesn't fully recharge. Well, still. It doesn't fully recharge the instrument, but what it does is it does chunk the cooldown down. So it's still good. It's still the right thing to do. But then there is the caveat that your heal skill and your elite recharge won't be as potent. Yeah, I get it. Okay. And then Love Song. Playing the harp grants you distortion. Is that not already true? I really thought I saw distortion on there already. Didn't I? Oh, maybe it's just because we had Love Song on by default. Playing the harp grants you distortion, and you will grant alacrity to allies while it plays. So, someone had some very good feedback about the Paragon, that it sucks that with the alacrity, you have to keep arbitrarily changing your refrain. I think that's... I'm going to put that in a comment highlight on the next Q&A section, so we won't linger on it too long, but that's very good. Here, you don't have that problem for alacrity, right? Because... So, we can play the harp for how long? For just as long as the others. So if I get 3 notes... Jesus Christ, there's only deer and shit around. Here we go, here's a Pine Shade. Pine Shade, what a great name for a fucking... Oh, we already have 3 notes. Okay, so I just play the harp. So it's pulsing alacrity. With 0 concentration, there is downtime. But if I put concentration on the build, this would be just stacking up. And this is good. Again, it's pulsing. It moves with me. It's everything you like about Renegade. Look at the cooldown here as well. As long as you have the notes, you can permanently have the harp up. Nothing consumes the harp, right? There's no instrument consumption. So you can just keep these instruments up.
Quickly.
I'll tell you what. We can just get our notes that way.
Within her heart.
Really brain off. Really easy alacrity. Not even a requirement to have a target around, really. If I can just F1 and then Carla at any point to get notes.
Never forsaken.
And then just start playing. Look at that. Even with no boon duration here, we're starting to stack up. Wow. It's interesting they bound Distort to the Alacrity build. And it's against shredding. There's some tough... That's just like with Paragon. A big tough decision, right? Do you want the alacrity or do you want a huge modifier? With Paragon, they put it at the Grand Master level. This time they put it at Master. I don't know all the ramifications of that or why they do that. I'm liking all the traits so far. They all change things up. They all buff one area of the build or another. Fortissimo. What is a Fortissimo? Any music? Any eggheads out there that want to teach me about Fortissimo? Egghead is my word of the day at the moment. I'm playing a game called Abiotic Factor. Holy shit, it's really good. If you like survival base building games and you like Half-Life, Play Abiotic Factor. It's so good, man. And it's so surprising. I'll tell you what the best games in the world are, right? And why I don't really get like AAA games much. It's a game that that makes you think you get it, and then you realize no, it's so much bigger and better and more incredible than you ever realized, right? Like you're 20 hours in, or like, okay, so I was like 10 hours into Abiotic Factor, and then something happened. I won't spoil it. Where I was like, holy shit, this game is huge. This game has so much stuff. Right? Like, moments like that are big. I love moments like that. And sometimes you get it in AAA games. Like, you know, the end of Uncharted 4, suddenly you're playing a whole new character in a whole new locale just for the epilogue, right? Like, Naughty Dog are good at that kind of thing. Sometimes you get it from AAAs. But usually when you're playing a AAA, you, like, get it, right? And you don't applaud it when they do push the boundaries too much because it's AAA. But when you're playing, like, just an A, you know, when you're playing an indie game and they keep blowing your mind and expanding the scope, and you know they held off for so long, and then there's all this amazing... it's so good. And Abiotic Factor has that. Holy shit, it's so good. Anyway, sorry. Right, Grandmasters, Fortissimo. Yeah, they use the word egghead in that game. Fortissimo, play loud, if I am not mistaken. Oh, that's what I... that's what I believe the whole class needs, right, everybody? Right? Eh? Oh, the egghead in disco. That's true. There is an egghead in disco. It's just a great word. It's like killing the wall of flesh in Terraria and realize you're done with the tutorial. Exactly, Nemo. Exactly. That to me, that is the way to my heart for games these days. Expansions of scope, realizing that there's more there than you realized. So after using Crescendo, that's my cue, my F5, right? After using Crescendo, you're going to gain a note every interval for a duration. And you gain increased attributes for each instrument you have playing. Wait, is that separate or is that only during Fortissimo? We already get increased attributes from every note playing because of Harmonize. Oh no, this is every attribute. Oh, wait, what? No, I've misread it. After using Crescendo, I'll gain a note. Sorry, I was expecting the instruments to pop up. Okay, get a note. Oh, so it's just spamming me with notes. Interesting. Okay. Call and response. When you use an instrument above the note threshold, create an after image that plays that instrument after a delay. When you use an instrument above the note threshold... So if I have 3 notes and I play an instrument, it will play again? After a delay? Huh? When you use an instrument above 3 notes, create an after image that plays that instrument after a delay. No matter how many times I read it, I don't really... Surely this thing is already an after image. This seems a bit... Oh, there's the after image. Oh, it's like a phantasm. Oh.
Her vigil unshaken.
Interesting. It's a phantasm. Oh, I've just gone from really not liking that to loving it.
The mad scarlet yucked.
The fury is mine. I am awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. I've always loved traits that generate phantasms. I think that tooltip could use some work. I think it should be clear it's a phantasm. Now, as a phantasm, is that why Phantasmal Force was on there by default? Will that proc Phantasmal Force? Does it die and become a clone / note? So let's do a harp after image. I see. So there he is. Yeah, he's doing it. I like that. Worthy of a GM. Really good. And then finally, altered chord. Crescendo. So are they're not all crescendo changes. Crescendo prompts your last played instrument to take the spotlight, augmenting crescendo's effects. Playing an instrument will recharge crescendo. What? So wait, I could... Oh, by 2 seconds. Does this have different music? Shall we see?
The
Fangs
fury
out,
is mine.
blade sharp.
So we have that. I'm going to have to turn it up, guys. I'm really sorry. Protect your ears, your eardrums. The disappearing sound effect of the instrument is louder than the music is playing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play F1.
Vengeance stirred within her heart.
Going to get our notes. Crescendo prompts your last played instrument to take the spotlight. It will augment crescendo's effects. So if I press F1... So here we go. So I have the altered chord now. Basically, this is get a buff. Oh, or inflict some confusion, I guess. Some days. Heal more. I don't know what I think. If that changed the music, that would have been top tier. That would have been really good. Oh, there's Jormag screaming. Well, not Jormag. A claw of Jormag, isn't it? Or, wait, is that Jakar, maybe? I don't know what that is. I would need more time to wrestle with a couple of these GMs. I kind of like the idea of doing call and response. Just so that we got like that summony thing.
We have to keep them safe. Prevent another attack.
I don't think
Bring
Arenanet...
us any evidence you find, okay?
I don't think Arenanet should have called that after image. I think they should have called that like summon a phantasmal bandmate, right? Summon a phantasmal band member that plays that instrument after a delay, right? Then that would have been really nice with the theme and all of that. Okay, I like the look of this spec. Now we're on to sort of phase 2 with it, which is efficacy, making a build, tackling the gauntlet. And I don't want to spend too long on this, guys. I'm really sorry, but I want to do another spec today, and I don't want to do it badly. So I don't want to be too fatigued with it. So let's basically wing it, okay? We're gonna see what we can make really quick, and we're gonna try the thing, and we're gonna swap over to the amalgam in just a moment. And hopefully the good specs continue. Call it conductor, a phantasmal conductor. Yeah, maybe something like that, right? I like the bandmate thing because you know that's a really cool way of blending mesmer with playing instruments, right? Like I almost feel like the elite or crescendo should be summoning a phantasmal band, you know? Like I like that idea. All right. So the question first is: do we want to play power? Do we want to play Condi? I think I want to play power. So we're going to go shredding. Instead of alacrity, we're going to take shredding. So there's no quickness on here. It's funny. In my mind, so many of these specs had like multiple choices for quickness, but I guess it's just the amalgam. No, Evoker had that too, didn't it? So basically, I'm not going to run chaos. I mean, we could run chaos just to see. We could take chaotic transference. Illusory defense. Oh yeah, and what did they say that they were changing about Chrono? I'm gonna stay with all the tails here, by the way. The Chaos Storm on here was good because I anticipate pressing that as a tail. Now, do we want to improve our shatter? Yeah, let's improve our shatters. Let's go all about instrument playing. See, Phantasmal Haste, right? Phantasm spawn with quickness. This after image, and then we get it off of them. This after image, if that was giving me quickness, that would be epic. I don't think I want to play Fortismo. Sorry, Altered Core. It says augmenting the effects. I don't lose effects, though, do I? I don't lose base. I mean, fuck it. Okay, let's stay with Altered Chord. No. I want to do call and response. Sorry, I want to do call and response. Tails grant a note and recharge their corresponding instrument is so cool. And then on the first thing, do we want the extra pressure whenever we land a CC? I think we do. Let's try that. Okay, I'm going to try this shredding build. Shredding, phantasms, something like that. Let's set our equipment up. If anyone has a relic suggestion, I'm all ears. I think I'll do Diviner. Oh god, hold on. Maybe we want the Alacrity. I think we want the Alacrity. I'm going to Alacrity. And I'm going to take Diviner. I'm going to stay Spear, because Spear is fun. I'm going to pay it for my other set. We could do Sword Shield. It's probably a bit too defensive. Sword, maybe? Or Dagger Sword is always fun. Good range. I like that, actually. Let's do Dagger Sword. Very, very aggressive, but... Oh, we should have picked our rune here as well. Let's just take Scholar Runes every time. I don't know. We'll take Berserker here instead of Diviner. Actually, let's go Demo. I'm going to just do a weird mix here. Let's go Demo. For the sigils, let's take... Oh, do you know what? Let's do Draining. If Draining isn't nerfed, I love Draining. Draining's really fun. Let's take Accuracy. Just a bit more resustain. Draining used to be really good in World vs. World as well. And again, I think we have lots of small CCs. Okay, and then over here, let's go Diviner again. Okay. Let's see how we look and feel here. Now for utilities, I'll take the second Scion. I'll take Soulkeeper. I mean, gee, Soulkeeper giving that extra alacrity is really nice. I think we'll take Scarlet. Traherne is a stun break with barrier. I think I'll... So who is it I've opted out of? Dougal. Dougal is the movement, the super speed. Yeah, I think that's good. And then Jenna... I'm more tempted to take Moa for the just an on-demand break bar, but we'll do it this way. Guys, I really can't play the game with these sound effects up like that, so I'm going to turn it down. I'm really sorry about that. Because we're not going to be able to hear the... Even if I have it up, you're not going to hear the music. Right. Oh, yeah, and then last but not least, we can equip some food. Equip some food, eat some food. I don't know. Just take some power food. Right. Trying to find an empty thing here on this Monday, but I don't think there is one, really. Let me Let's start with Spear. I'm going to prioritize Scarlet because CCs. Okay, it's a bit slower than I expected. The quickness is there, though. We do have a bit of quickness. Obviously, these all have cast times now. Okay, that was how many? So I want to have the flute up. The flute is the... Okay. There's a weird thing there where the 2 is... Oh, God. Don't want Dubrush to hit us. No! Dubrush! No! He's shrinking. We might kill him with the rogue. We might. There's a chance. No, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Ah, we lost on Dubrush. Okay, so I don't really have any blocks here. I have Distort. I have Sword 4. Oh, we lost on the second one. All right, let's go on in. Can we play that? Oh my fuck. There I'm channeling my block when he's not big. I don't really have the movement to get away, actually. Like if I just want to stay safe back here. Oh, I never equipped a relic. Let's put our 25% movement speed on with the relic. I'm trolling with DPS. Well, look, it's a line. They have power in there. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's trolling. I mean, look, they've designed it to have a power application. I mean, I'm not actually using shredding. I'm giving myself alacrity, but still. You've seen it here first. The Mez really is a flop. Yeah. Turn off everything I said. It's not good. No, I think it is good. I think they actually realized it in a pretty cool way. I maybe want a bit... I don't feel very sturdy at all, so we might want to improve that a little bit. In theory, we should be resustaining. No, because that's not... It's not actually a heal, is it, really? We should be dazing the fuck out of it, really. Hmm. The harp is really important, I think. We've got to get the harp going. And Traherne likes the harp. But I'm only going to be pressing Traherne when... yeah. Wait, what's going on here? Why am I not able to get in? This is going to take forever if we're not... I did speak to the ringmaster, didn't I? Oh god, there's a 2-man queue here. There we go, I'm up next. Actually dodged there. So scared. But it's just because of goddamn Dubrush. Actually, mind you, she's hitting hard as well. And not impressive pressure there. Let's do a wind call. Oh, I don't want to sit around while somebody plays against the Adri. Oh my god, what are all these players? Why are the arena so full? Nice. Populated game. I love it. If you look at local chat, map chat, sorry, it's people talking about... Oh, there's another person trying to kill the Adri. There's a Dubrush. Let's try over here. So much easier to scout for new... Oh no, I think I'm still on the wind caller, aren't I? I didn't actually change my boss. Yeah, we got to go to Serial. With mounts, you can just get to another arena really quickly. That used to be a real time investment, you know? I love how you phrase it. Traherne likes the harp, Almora likes the loot. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me, you know? It's like that's their affinity. They like those. Last day of the arena too. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're in the last 24 hours right now. So I'm just gonna... Oh, God. I think I did that too early. We got to be in here. There we go. Finally. I was worried she wasn't going to cast it. There's an actual Traherne stun break for once. This build's bad. This is not a good build. Obviously, she's taking 0. Sorry, what I was focusing on there is my note generation. I wasn't really looking at her. And this is a bad build because I haven't figured out the right way to get enough notes. The damage isn't quite there, and the sustain is certainly not there. So I haven't made a very good build here. A bit like with Thief. We've come into it a bit quick. You know, you look at the Paragon section I did yesterday, we were fighting shit in the desert for ages. Today we just talked about sound design. Are you ready? Yeah, I like a fight. You know this superstar by now. Let's see it.
Always a pleasure to welcome this veteran contender back to our arena.
You feel like a Condi build with Chaos and Torment trait could have really nice sustain and DPS? I think you're right, yeah, with the trait. Mayhem. I think you're right. And if you think about it, you could F2 crescendo for...
Superstar by now. Let's hear it.
Resisted even Jormag's call.
I mean, that felt pretty good. We had good boon range there. The sustain was huge. Generated notes well enough. It was only tire, but still. This is the first elite spec I think I've gone pure, all the new category, right? I've gone nothing but the new thing. I mean, I'm not really using Jenna.
Turbo mode engaged.
Now we remember why we have that off.
I can't do this alone.
You wish they'd do something about Signet of the Ether. Its value snuffs out every other Mesmer Hill. In a lot of situations, it is very strong, yeah. I mean, they have been gradually nerfing over the years.
You know this superstar by now. Let's hear it.
All right, let's see how this guy's doing. We got a Chrono versus Liadri. He threw his sword 3, I believe, there at the Rift. Wouldn't quite have been my choice, but works out. He lets the Vision of Mortality pop. That's his first orb. He's not doing much to reduce her auto attacks. Oh, shit. Wait. How did he just kill... Oh, he didn't kill it. He hides at the back to get his second orb. I don't think he got very good RNG there. Oh, he opts to throw the orb in the Rift, which is a bit scary. Blew a dodge there. Last orb before she becomes vulnerable. He has no endurance to escape that, but he got out. That's all right. Giving himself some good swiftness there. All right, Liadri is now vulnerable. And he's got to go for the kill. She's going to run in over soon. He's got a Rift to look for. I think he killed it. That's good. Uh-oh, early dodge there. Okay, swiftness saves him again. Oh, another random dodge. Oh, my God. This is swiftness again. Oh, yeah. Not looking like an easy one, that one. Tricky. I'm going to struggle a lot. Because I'm not going to have that movement speed.
Superstar by now. Let's hear it.
Oh, my God. What is this queue? So impatient. I mean, I remember when this came out, the queues would be really long, like 5 players length long. Start with Elite for Distort, plus get all the instruments going, and then pop the crescendo straight away. All right.
Superstar by now. Let's
Council
hear it.
held, times most dire. Quickly, oaths and lessons never forsaken.
Should have weapon swapped first, really, on that.
Desist, my dears, or you'll be dead. Somber veils, no void full end.
Oh, we have no damage,
Her
guys.
vigil unshaken.
We have no damage.
Nothing can bring me down.
We have no damage. I know that it's Masochist, but even still, we should be killing Masochist
The
here.
mad scarlet
Barrier,
yacht.
Trahan, please.
Fangs out, blade sharp.
Okay.
Quickly,
We're making a Condi version.
You know superstar by now. Let's hear it.
Way too low. Way too low pressure there. Let's have a quick look at how Condi might work. Let's run with... Do we want an axe? Axe for Liadri will be... Oh, sorry, no. I'm thinking of fucking FB axe there. What the hell, my brain? I guess we'll go Scepter Torch. And then a staff on the other side, maybe. If we want. Could be fun. Okay, and then let's take Vipers with Trapper. Let's take Vipers. Obviously, this isn't all calculated, so I have no idea, really. I'm just going to go Torment. And on this one, Malice. Something like that, and we'll just see where we come out. Torment is to proc the Mayhem trait or whatever it was called. Try Viper again here. And for this... Fractal, obviously. Oh, does Fractal apply Torment as well? It does. Nice. So we'll heal from the Fractal Relic. I like that. Okay, and then what we do... Okay, I'm going to try Mayhem.
You know this superstar by now. Let's hear it.
See, when you run Condi, you no longer feel bad about losing Shredding. So you can more happily run both of these. I kind of want to do Raconteur. But no, I'll keep the Alacrity. And then I guess... Let's try Fortissimo here, because if we're opening with the Elite, that might be fun. I will go with Soulkeeper still. We now get a little bit of pressure out of Scarlet, which we weren't getting before. And let's do this. Okay, so then fight manager.
If you need it, I have it.
That was Massacre, so it's Salazar next.
Good hunting.
This won't really test anything, to be honest. And then... Let's go with the rare veggie pizza. Let's have a quick mouse over and see where we actually are numerically. Alright, we've got 73% Condi duration on everything. We're not overcapped on any particular thing. 15k health. All our boon duration's gone. Matthew says, these visual avatars on Skillcast here and there on the Amalgam are too much. At least make the images transparent. Oh, interesting. You find them very distracting. Yeah, I guess on Rev, you're only seeing it once every 10 seconds, so you don't have to feel bad about it.
Superstar by now. Let's hear it.
Looms the spiderwort, tempting ire.
Oh my god, it's Salazar. Oh, I knew it was... Oh. Alright, that has nothing to do with Troubadour or the build we're playing. That has everything to do with the fact I ran into melee on the one guy you don't do that on. We might snag the kill anyway. No. Oh, you dumb... I was thinking... So someone in chat said use Raconteur to lower instrument cooldown. You think Raconteur is good? I'm tempted to try it. Alright, so we lose our Alacrity except with Soulkeeper. Am I still trying Salazar? Yes.
You know this superstar by now. Let's hear it.
Defense, then off.
The mad Scarlet.
So we want to be
yacht.
kind of close so that our F2 actually hits.
Ascended true at Dragon's Fall.
Okay. Right, let's try an actual fight, shall we? Fight manager.
If you need it, I have it.
Alright, the crew of the pirate ship Ravenous. We might actually learn a little something here. How's my account bound tickets doing?
You
53.
know this superstar by now. Let's hear it.
Council held, times most dire. As clockwork night
Fury
struck.
is mine.
We are taking 0 damage right now. Scepter feels a little bit slow,
Fangs out. Blade sharp.
considering none of our shatters are instant activation anymore. Oh, F2 feels really good. Good amount of confusion on him. Good amount of torment. I don't know how he healed there.
Begone, little pest, she said.
I'm always a bit leery about... I'm going to try Altered Chord here instead of Fortissimo. About Condi builds in open world because I want them to ramp quick. Oh, there's no Q now. That's good.
You know this superstar by now.
So it's subject
Let's
7.
hear it.
So if I go F2, F5, Elite,
The spider wort.
get some alacrity.
Tempting ire.
That was good pressure there. It's quite hard. I'm doing a lot of skill bar watching right now just to sort
Looking to
of
spend
figure out
some
where I want to go,
coin?
which makes it hard to track what the Condi stacks are going up to. But I think that was pretty high. I really do like F2, F5 with Altered Chord because that's a huge
You
Condi
know
bomb.
this superstar by now.
Barrier
Let's
raised
hear it.
against mantle plot.
I don't really want to phase retreat here because I'm going to
My
hit the
dears,
thing.
Or you'll be dead.
So we go to 11, 16. See, why is she not sniping? She's like running in. She TP'd and then she ran in. We saw that the other day as well.
Looking to spend
Maybe
some
because
coin?
maybe because I'm dazing her and now she doesn't know what to do and she comes back in.
You know this superstar by now. Let's hear it.
Vengeance stirred within her heart.
Scarlet can be used while I'm CC'd.
For Kryta's throne, may Codicus rot.
Not sure how I feel about F1 on this.
The fury, oaths and lessons, never forsaken.
I can definitely feel we've got less notes, but it feels alright.
I've got deals you won't believe.
Okay, now we're on to Liadri. I need swiftness. Really. With swiftness, no problems. Without swiftness, problems. I don't want to use... Oh shit, we're on illusory defense. I wanted Method of Madness. Oh, in fact... Oh my god, actually, all our shit changed here. I didn't even notice. But we should use
You know
Malicious
this
Sorcery.
superstar by now. Let's hear it.
I don't know about illusions here. Can we get swiftness from, is it dueling that has lots of swiftness?
By now. Let's hear it.
Dude, Ineptitude. I'd love to try Ineptitude with this. Wandering Mind would give us a little bit of swiftness. It's always funny. Doing a quick gloss through everything here, it's funny to see how much things have changed.
You know this superstar by now. Let's hear it.
Well, I don't need Duelist Discipline. One of the only traits still that has no universal application. It is just for the... Oh, no,
You
ignore
know
that. I don't want
this
to say that.
superstar by now.
It's not true.
Let's hear it.
Right, let's try Liadri. I mean, we could... Okay, do you know what? This is pretty cheesy here. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to... Oh, I like all of these so much. We don't need a stun break here. I'm just going to put on Signet of Inspiration. That'll give us our swiftness. Okay, oh, we're already queued up for a...
You must visit more often.
When it finally procs. There it is.
You know this superstar by now. Let's hear it.
Okay, Rift is dead. Let's just get some notes.
Nothing can bring me down.
Oh, she's hitting me hard.
Jormag's call.
With some clever phase retreating, even the swiftness isn't necessary here. But the thing is, I forget which F skill is resustain. It's the F4, isn't it? Trying to hit that rift. This is pretty bad right now. Ah. That was awful. That was... Okay, we were taking a lot of damage there.
Quickly.
And the RNG of us getting boxed in the corner with the 3 bearing down on us there, that was really nasty.
Up for a challenge?
Let's have another look here. Can't wait to see me play Evoker. Fire only is so fun. Yeah, I can't wait to try that. It's going to be really cool. We actually are not getting as much swiftness from this Signet as I thought. I thought it upkept. You always get swiftness on every proc, and I thought it was like...
Ascended true at Dragon's Fall.
I'm not using the F skills right. Which one constantly heals? It's the harp, isn't it?
Getting healthy.
Fucking hell. My Mesmer is getting battered.
Might makes me right.
Fucking get in there. Jesus Christ. Let's hit that rift.
Resisted even Jormag's call.
That's a huge risk. We got the block, so I'm alright with that. Alright, she's vulnerable. Just stay away from the others. I don't know if there's a rift nearby. Is there? We're just going to dodge this one.
The mad Scarlet yacht.
Oh god, she's not dying. She should be dead. It's alright, we have a whole other weapon available. She is dying. Yeah, we kept them away reasonably well with chills, cripples, stuns, stuff like that, dazes. Right, I will very quickly go through these guys.
You must visit more often.
One attempt at each.
Quickly.
Win or lose, I'm not going to redo any of these. I want to get onto Amalgam.
Fangs out.
Fuck off.
Blade
Oh, now we
sharp.
don't have a stun break. Wait. I can't do anything. We have no stun break. I literally couldn't do anything. We'll put Traherne back on. Because Signet of Inspiration was a terrible idea in the first place. Look at this. This really annoys me when they bomb you with so much damage, so much pressure. Then when you go down, all their skills are gone and they can't even down you. They can't even kill you. Right, let's put Traherne back.
You must visit more often.
Oh, I missed my chance. Someone else is
Always
going
a
in.
pleasure to welcome this veteran contender back to our arena.
Why save Elite? I'm not saving it. I'm just not thinking to use it because I've not played this spec before. I will try to use it more at the start. With Chaos GM, you can use F2 for prot and lots of stab up time. Instead of Chaos Storm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why am I Chaotic Interruption? What? Oh, this is fucked, guys. A lot of an Auspicious Anguish? I don't want any of that shit. Oh, yeah, guys. A lot of stuff reset when we changed the builds. And, yeah. Alright, here we go. This is the one redo.
You know this superstar by now. Let's hear it.
See, we can
Just
use Traherne
one
to get
sun,
out of that. No,
burning
never mind.
before.
I actually have no idea what she's doing.
Getting ascended true at Dragon's Fall.
Well, we're alive this time. Oh, yeah. I know. Use the Elite. Give me a second here. I'm going to Crescendo.
Might
Then
makes
I'm going to
me
Elite.
right. Council held. Times most dire.
No, man. I'm not getting... I've not set this up well, and I'm not playing it very well either. Yeah, I changed the template exactly. Yeah. All right. That's Marsh of Lightning. She beat me fair and square. Let's try the next one.
Always a pleasure to welcome this veteran
Talia the
contender
Aaron.
back to our
Oh,
arena.
God. All these fucking... this is the day that we're in a bit of a rush, right? And all of a sudden, all the fucking arenas are filled with people on the Liadri. Which is
Your
fake.
time
It's not a
is
problem
up.
fighting Liadri, but Liadri is the slowest one by far, right? Because there's a huge delay before you can actually start hitting her. Even Churai you can kill quicker than Liadri. There's a delay with him as well. But, you know, it's a fairly static thing. It's always going to be after X seconds, get a dodge, break a bar.
Good hunting.
Liadri is liable to time out quite often.
You know this superstar
Right, Elite.
by now.
Crescendo.
Council held. Times most dire. Defense, then offense.
Yeah, F2 up. We really want those shockwaves going. Get Scarlet going. Special action to grab the sword. Use the sword. That's not really Troubadour, obviously.
Fangs out, blade sharp. Ascended true at Dragon's Fall.
Dude, no, this is just I've not got a good build here. This is really
Nothing can
bad.
bring me down. I'm dying. Vengeance
Yeah, I know you're
stirred
dying, love. I
within
can
her
see it.
heart.
I've never remotely struggled with Palia, but look at her. Look at her. We actually played her mechanic as well there by using the sword against her. So I think for an open world build, this would need some tweaking, some real thought, right? I'm not at a place where this is remotely good at the moment, but I still like the spec. I still think the spec's pretty good. I think this is the first example. I don't remember where I put Troubadour in my tier list before, but I think I would bump it up maybe a notch or two. No, not two. Maybe a notch. Troubadour utility skills look like scrapped Rev, where the core legends are replaced. Oh god, that's another thought, yeah. Alright, Wayne can absolutely...
Resisted even Jormag's
So I'm going to F2, Crescendo, Elite,
looms the spider
but I can't Crescendo
tempting
again,
ire.
so that's not a good way of setting up. Oh, fuck off.
Boasts
Okay, I
and
interrupted it.
lessons
Oh,
never
and I'm done.
forsaken.
Alright, Wayne's probably got us here. I don't feel bad about losing to Wayne. That one sword attack is mental. Wayne sword 3 is completely insane. Yeah, he got us. Alright, and then... Oh, no. Oh, shit. I didn't really mean to do that. Let's Elite first. Then
Council
Crescendo.
held, times most dire.
He dodged it. Let's now F2. Look at that. We were up to 30 confusion for a second there.
Fangs out.
Let's get
blade
Scarlet
sharp.
going. Interrupted the sword there. It's basically just random if he lines up with when a daze was coming down. Okay.
Always a pleasure to welcome this veteran contender back to our arena.
Oh, traveler.
Cereal. Wasn't the Spiderwort that flower in Season 3 that Jenna liked? Yeah, there was something about that, right? Oh, was that being spoken about in the tale? Here we go.
You know this superstar by now.
Don't actually have the elite on cooldown this time.
Fury is mine.
Oh, man, yeah, she's invulnerable, obviously. So now we have a Condi build that's got to kill these bows quickly, which can be quite frustrating. Especially considering they're not going to proc into the confusion.
Ascended true at Dragon's Fall. Vengeance stirred within her heart.
What I'm missing is resustain. This Torment resustain is actually not doing as much
The mad
as...
scarlet yacht.
Like, there's a bit there.
Duskborn sun, burden
Wow.
he bore.
There you go. Cereal got me there. Too slow. It's one of the annoying things about playing Condi on a mechanic like that.
If you need it, I have it.
And lastly, Churai, who is definitely going to kick our ass.
Always a pleasure to welcome this veteran contender back to our arena.
You got to keep domination to stay in theme with the Dommy mummy. That's true. Oh, this guy's playing Minion Mancer against Durush. Oh man, we're gonna play Ritualist soon. We're gonna play Ritualist. And finally see those spirits. Oh, what? Am I not queued in? Okay, there we go. Right, last one, guys. Churai.
You know this superstar by now. Let's hear it.
I already have 3
Fury
notes.
is
I'm doing
defense,
that,
then
that.
offense. Council
that,
held,
that.
times most dire. Ascended true.
Oh, I
at
wasted my
Dragon's
stun break.
Fall.
That's really not good. We have the odd block at least. Can I stealth away from Churai? Can he see? Oh no, he sees you through it. He has Veil Sight. Yeah, there was never much hope for Churai, guys. Alright, there you go. That's Troubadour. That's Troubadour. I think that's okay, actually. We'll find a way to finagle it into something really worthwhile. Sturdy. I didn't manage to make a good build for the arena. But I like the spec. I think it's okay. Next. So we're on to the Amalgam now, guys. Amalgam has been on a lot of polls. Like a lot of polls. But it keeps winning the polls. So, therefore, it doesn't get picked. But I've now eliminated us down to here. After Amalgam, there's only 3 specs left. And they're all really good as far as I can see. So, let's have a look, shall we? What is the Amalgam? It's the engineer, right? So we're going to be playing our first char of the mini-series. It's a male char engineer. Amalgamate this.
I've attained the awesome.
There's no tail for air or any non. That's true, actually. Well, do all the tails have to be deceased people? Jenna's not dead, so and she got a tail. I get the Scarlet's dead, and Almor is dead. Dougal's there. Maybe Dougal doesn't... yeah, maybe someone from Destiny's Edge is a bit more deserving. Alright, I can think of no better place than the Black Citadel for testing this bad boy out. Alright, any thoughts? Hello to everyone in the live chat. Any thoughts? That's right, I'm speaking to you now. Or immediate guidance from you all. This is such a good area of the game. Look at this fucking place. Any thoughts or immediate guidance? Let me have it. Let me know. Use a makeover kit and apply the hair from the art. What I do need to do, I will... And while you guys get your messages in, I'll sub in all our legendary stuff. Let's do that. Let's keep it matching at least. I feel fairly... So they've started us on a choice of hammer or sword shield. I want to do hammer for this.
It's not worth the stress.
But I don't have to, necessarily. In fact, non-hollow sword is really weird to me, and I've not actually played with it much, because they have heat... Oh, does it not combo with heat anymore? Yeah, I don't know. There's an irony in the fact that all the best gear here now that you would want to swap around on your build is also gear that you don't want to display because the visuals are so ridiculous. Let's go Pearl. 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 Turn all that shit off. Which I know I did see we had on the Troubadour at the end there. Do you know what? Actually, to tell you the truth, we could use the Juggernaut. Juggernaut is on theme. So, okay, so my initial thoughts just before we get into this. I'm not... Like, this to me is a middle-of-the-road spec. This is like... It seemed on first glance, there were a lot of people... Like, Kerry was really excited about this spec. People loved the look of this spec. And, like, so I think the community really, really rated this and was super thrilled with it. For me, not so much. I see a lot of animations that are basically just, like... Animations that already exist. Like, there's a Berserker animation. Like I've talked about this melt thing, which looks ridiculous as you're moving around. The novelty of melting doesn't really exist for me because, you know, I think about Ellie Sword 2. Or I think about that costume brawl thing that I showed where, you know, we've been melting into the ground since 2012. You know, this idea that you're going to become all silvery and, like, communed with the ooze. You know, I'm not that interested in that as a fantasy, as a theme. I've been doing that for years. The Juggernaut does that, right? Like, to me, that's just like a Juggernaut thing. You get the little ooze item as well. I think it's on one of my storage characters. You know, you can double-click to chrome yourself up. So, you know, like, these are all just personal things of mine. My experience with the game, my time with the game, means that this is not a spec. This doesn't fascinate me. You know, I like Terminator. I like the idea of being a Terminator, but you're not really. You haven't turned into a robot, right? It's not you are a fucking immortal machine of destruction. you merge with the news a bit. So like, I get that it's kind of whimsical and it's kind of cool, and but this theme does nothing for me. It does not elicit any excitement. It doesn't elicit any negativity either. So what I said with the Amalgam before was I think I put it in B. I didn't put it in S or A. I didn't put it on C or D. I just put it in the middle because it's a whatever, right? And you know, whether you agree or disagree with that is going to be your personal experience with the product and nothing else. You know, and whether this just titillates you. So what I'm really hoping for is just to be honest, I'm not that interested in analyzing the theme or the animations and stuff that much. I just want to see if it feels strong and will be fun to play NG through story, open world, and maybe some builds. So I believe, like, on the meta level, as far as 10-man group stuff, I believe this has a crazy combo. I don't know if they've nerfed it. You guys will have to teach me in chat here. I believe, at least at the start of the beta, isn't this thing able to do quick and a lack? Which is kind of amazing. I don't think that will last. If it does last, again, it's this thing where we're talking about a whole new idea of composition, and we're kind of, you know, and I don't think Arenanet want to creak that door open. So that's curious. I do think... so as far as, like, the profession mechanic is concerned, I don't think it's that captivating either. Like, with EOD, we could customize our hammer skills on the Untamed. I can finally turn off dialogue volume, right? And now we get it on the tool belt. You know, it's not that totally new horizons. It's okay, though, and I actually think it works better on the tool belt than it does on the hammer. So I think it's a cool idea. And again, I don't mind them cross-pollinating concepts. Having fully customizable tool belt, I think that we were just waiting for the day that NG would get it, and it's cool that we're finally at the day. I'll also say all of the icons look good and cool and engineering, and I like the idea of the evolution and the morphs from what I saw on the stream. I'm going to have to read it and get to grips with it. So that's where I'm at with this spec at the moment. I'm just like totally middle of the road with this thing. And we'll just see if we can make a fun build. So let's see. You're not immortal. Well, WP bashing my dreams. It's good to see you, Silver. I've seen you in chat a few times and not actually managed to respond. I saw you'd responded in Discord about joining the current group, by the way, for, what's it called? For Ura. I think they're full at the moment. But if there's a slot, I'll get in touch with you. I've been meaning to do that for a few days. All right. It oozes low excitement. So JSC98 says it does mad DPS. Yeah, but that doesn't matter, right? Like, things will get tuned down. Things will get tuned up. Numbers don't matter. It might be fun if it does a lot of DPS to, like, abuse right now. Because can't you do a thing where you have half the squad is on OP beta builds and other people are on normal builds on their normal accounts and you clear encounters with it? Yeah, that's fine. You're always around. I'm glad to hear that. There is a way to give a lack and quick, but it's a very specific build that does nothing but those buffs. So you're not doing any damage or anything. So maybe they'll keep it in that. I don't know. So yeah. All right. You think the metallization fantasy is the tiniest part of why people like it? It's the customization mechanics for you. Well, yeah, and that's very NG. So let's see what we got. Through Asuran ingenuity, nice flavor in the tooltip, you are host to a mercurial mold. You are able to command it using selectable morph skills that replace your tool belt, or even fully merge with it to evolve into a superior being. I mean, all this is cool. That's all hitting. Morph skills selected will alter the composition of the mold, changing the bonuses it grants you when you evolve. You also now have stance utility skills. That's really well phrased, by the way. Its own sentence and the point that it's a stance is a utility skill, that's a lot easier to read at first glance than, say, the way that they wrote the Paragon, where you don't know what is what. What's a command? What's a chant? What's an echo? What's a refrain? Okay, so let's just run through our skills, shall we? Just to be clear here, they've given us firearms. Any disable gives us quickness. Very similar to the warrior trait, actually, isn't it? Very similar. We just have adrenal implant. Boring. Surely kinetic battery is the fun thing, if tool belt skills are everything. So we cannot customize our F1. We're always locked to the F1. And they said on the stream the reason for that is basically because of medkit. Because medkit has bandage as your main heal. So let's see. So we get symbiotic shielding, gain barrier, and a magnetic aura. Okay, I'm actually going to take off the Juggernaut because I want to know what is the spec and what is the Juggernaut. So, mitotic state. It's a stance. Your slime stimulates your cells to regen health. It heals you over time. If you have any barrier, it's increased by 20%. That's a huge heal. 7k. And this gives me barrier. So you kind of want to use them together, but you can pace them out, I guess. Okay. The elite also cannot be customized. In fact, the elite can't be changed at all. So you don't get orbital strike. You don't get the supply drop. The mini supply drop. You don't get anything. All right, so you're always on evolve. By default, evolve just heals us and increases our attributes for 8 seconds. By default. Okay, so it's not the Juggernaut effect. It's like a PlayStation 2 version of the Juggernaut effect. Am I crazy? Oh no, well, Juggernaut actually adheres to my clothes. So they're actually different. Juggernaut is my clothes, and Evolve is like my entire body. Mario 64 Juggernaut. Oh, the Lat Quick build requires you to keep CCing all the time, I see. Oh, they combo together! I have shiny clothes from the Juggernaut, and I have silver skin from evolving. Oh, cool! I really thought that it was just like... I thought you wouldn't be able to reap the benefits of both. But that's cool. I like to do both. Paint job versus covered in ooze. That is cool. There's probably some cool outfits and stuff that can play with that. Okay, so barrier and a reflect, heal, gain some attributes. Easy enough. So, the morph abilities. How do I best learn these and sort of... I think we just have to brute force it, right? Okay, obliterate. So, okay, now hold on. We have 4 offensive protocols and 3 defensive ones. Where's the 4th defensive one? That's odd that that's not matched out. Is it because this counts as defensive? No. Okay, so let's just read the defensive protocols first. Let's run 3 defense protocols. So, we've got Thorns, Protect, or Cleanse. Grow spikes, damaging nearby enemies. For a short duration, the spikes react. We've got... Where's a Black Citadel-y looking place but has things to fight? Steel Ice Ban? I don't want it to be in the brand, though. Oh, do you know where we should go? We should do, like, the convention. We should do a convention demo style. So players started the convention here at Brand View. Yeah, look, I'm not one of those guys mousing over tooltips on the early conventions. War Tower. The old German guys. Those guys are amazing. They did the best footage. Okay. So I grow spikes. Oh god, that's so subtle. Okay, let me turn off the hammer autos. Grow spikes, damaging nearby enemies. For a short duration, the spikes react when you're struck, damaging them again. The Thorns damage is quite high. And I suppose the fantasy here is to combo that with retail. Oh, I love it. I love it. It can crit. Oh, do you know what we got to do? You guys know what's coming, don't you? You guys know what's coming. Ho, 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 ho. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, here we go. Ready? Go. Okay. That wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It's okay. It's because we don't have stats. It's because we don't have attributes. Don't worry about that. See, Hammer gives us a bit more barrier as well for a bit more reliability for our heal. Right, let's go back. But the waypoint costs WP. I know, it's so expensive, isn't it? But don't worry. We're on an account shard. All right, that wasn't quite what I thought, but okay. What else do we get? We get stab for a second? Oh, because it's a stun break. It's one of those stun breaks with a skill, so you get a tiny bit of stab to cover the cast. Rapacious Strain. While evolved, strike foes an additional time when you hit them. Oh, when you hit them, not when they hit you. So, sorry. So... Oh god, the cooldown came back as well, and I don't know why. Some trait is doing that. I think it's when we evolve, we get the cooldowns back. So instead of messing with this for ages, I'm just going to ask chat. Chat. Do I want to use my strain first, or do I want to evolve first? I have the replicating strain as well. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. I just get them all anyway. It's based on what is slotted, right? The raptors have mercury poison. It's just whatever's slotted. Because I have these three. That's a shame. It doesn't update the tooltip, right? I would like that tooltip on Mouseover to tell me right now. So, like, I have the thorns, I have the protect, and I have the thorns. Sorry, I have the rapacious, the resilient, and the replicating strain. Rapacious, replicating. Oh, not resilient, though. I can't tell if these are passive or I have to trigger them. Right, okay, so Thorns. We reflect some damage. And it's a stun break. This one is not a stun break, but it's a block with barrier and resistance at the end. Now, I'm expecting this to look just like the block, the ooze block. Like, that's cool. I like that animation. That's a cool animation. Sadly, it doesn't last very long because the block itself is tuned to not last very long. But that's like one of my favorite animations out of all of these elite specs. Just because it looks different. It's not particularly, you know, profound in any way, but it's just cool, isn't it? I remember when that came up on the stream, I said, oh, wow. And I looked at chat, and everyone in chat was like, oh, wow. At the same time. It was a moment. So this means that evolving grants me barrier and resistance. And indeed, I do have resistance. Okay, and then finally... Oh, I see. Okay, they are always active. This one is just barrier and resistance. There is no lower effect, which is why I wasn't seeing 3 come up. I was only seeing 2 come up because there are only 2. This is just barrier and resistance, so that all exists up here or... Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, it's just whatever you equip, permanently buffs evolve, and it would be nice if the tooltip said that, but maybe that's annoying for them to set up, so... Okay. So then lastly we have Cleanse. Convert damaging conditions to barrier. This is also a stun break. Non-damaging conditions to protection. And we start getting alacrity from the evolve. A lot of these look like they're going to be really good and competitive. You know, the whole thing with NG is like getting that QOL in there. And now you can just... Yeah, look at all this. Look at this. I got 2 stun breaks. I have blocks. I've barely looked at anything. We've not even looked at weapon skills or anything right now. We've not looked at utilities. I have so much quality of life just from these F skills. There is so much here. For the open world purposes, I think I wouldn't run all of these. I don't think I'd run the mini block. I don't think I'd run the thorns either. I want to. I want to believe in the thorns. Mind you, this does do defense. Offense. This is a stun break on demand, and it gives us extra strike pressure when evolving. So actually, right now, the only one I think I'd dump is this defensive protocol protect. I like cleanse and I like thorns. So let's... So there we were evolved, right? We were hitting. We should have been doing extra strikes, extra ticks. So let's see. It's the rapacious strain. It's doing... Well, we're not in the level 80 area, but proportionally, it doesn't seem to be doing too much. I wonder what the ICD is on that. It's an interval of half a second. Ah, if that was quarter, I'd be so giddy about that. Okay, though. All right. I feel pretty settled with that, and that's all the defensive ones done already. Let's check out the offensive ones. Starting, I guess, with the one on the lower row. So, pierce. Thrust forward with a spike, piercing the defense of your foe. Piercing the defense. Okay, so it's Vuln, it's a stun, it's a great break bar ability. Wow, and you get another stun. Holy shit. I like that too. And only a 17-second cooldown. So we can smash a break bar, and then when we evolve, we can smash a break bar, and then we can go to our weapon skills. And evolving is refreshing this, so we can smash the... Wow. Pretty easy to understand as well. There's a big stun one. That's Pierce. Also, let's check out the animation. I didn't really look at it. So there's the shield. That was a nice sound effect on there too. That one is boring as all sin. Like, it should be bigger, you know? I get it. It's like slimy ooze circling into me, but bigger. It's too small. I get that we're in an arms race for visual noise, but look, they added new effect. They added culling for visual noise and shit. The ship has sailed, having clean-looking Zergs, guys. The ship has sailed. Okay, and then we'll look at the spike. Oh. Stabbing the ground, man. Clipping it straight into... Okay, we can evolve. And just do it again. Oh, man, it's hard to get a good view of this one. If we take a target on the raccoon that's higher than us, it might point up. Spike damage, is that an accidental pun? I like that, yeah. Here, I always seem to just stab the ground. It looks fancy, it looks cool, but it's going in the blink of an eye. It looks like the spear has like a bunch of like looping ribbon-y type effects on it, like spirally twirlies. I like that, but again, not much time to indulge in it. We can do 2 more casts here, ready? Let's turn off the UI. Stop fucking... Let me go into combat. Action cam. But the camera's always behind me on that. I don't know. Do you know what? Fair play to Arenanet on their stream. They got good footage of that. I remember a good clear view of that spike. And I ain't getting that shit here, from up here. Alright, there you go. I don't know. How many times do I need to show you a spike stab? We get it. Alright, so... So, sorry, we showed off Pierce, which is the stab. Now we're going to show off Obliterate, Shred, and Demolish. Love all these names. Obliterate. Create a giant blade to maim your... Oh, maybe this is the one. This attack destroys the barrier of enemies hit. So that is really interesting. This makes me feel... Okay, like what I loved about Hearthorns and PoF is they did like... It felt like there were new combat mechanics and ideas sometimes. There we have one. Look at that tooltip, guys. There's a new icon for it and everything. Break barrier. I don't think I've seen that anywhere in the game yet. Am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that like grey icon there with break barrier is the description. I think that's a new idea. And I'm interested to see them put that elsewhere in the game. I immediately thought, and I actually posted this in the chat on the stream, I immediately thought about raid fights where they create barrier. So like Ceres, for example, if you're doing the trickier Ceres stuff, whenever Ceres eats like a little orb, and like at certain moments he gives himself barrier that you have to DPS through, this break barrier shit might make that so easy. If this class can just kill all of that barrier, honestly, you are saving hundreds of thousands, if not millions of damage across the fight. It's really strong. And I was thinking of like Twin Largos, you know, they get a break bar and they have loads of barrier. Well, now can you just break the barrier? And it's gone. A friend of mine said he thinks that they pulse barrier. They continuously refresh it on themselves. So maybe for that example, not so good. But damn, man. Of course, on Warrior, there has been a trait for a long time which gives you a fat modifier if you're hitting someone with barrier. But this is just deleting the barrier. So, so I like this. But what I like there is not necessarily just an amalgam thing. I'd like to see where this is going. I don't know. Does anyone in chat know if people have tested this on Ceres now? Our Bardi says, yeah, I think that is the only skill that has that icon mechanic. I've never seen it before. I'm pretty sure this is it. I'm pretty sure this is new. And trying that on Ceres just seems cool. I mean, in a let's invalidate old content kind of way, but cool nonetheless. So create a big barrier, and then look, when we evolve, might is more potent for us, just double as potent. Oh no, maybe not double as potent. +6 per stack? I don't know. 10 stacks has given us +200, +200. When I thought 10 stacks would give us 100, 100. There's also some Condi pressure on this. So let's check it out. Let's see what it looks like. Oh my god. See, there you go. Big. Big. B-double-E-G. That's what I want. Yeah. Again, I sort of wish it was a bit slower. See, this is a consequence of Arenanet for 10 years, speeding the gameplay up. Speeding the cooldowns up, speeding the animations up, putting alacrity everywhere, putting quickness everywhere. Faster is not better, Arenanet, and it never was. It never was. And now, like, your art and your animations don't even have a place to thrive, because to slow that down is to reduce its efficacy. Anyway, there's a big old cleave on that. Well, it says 300 range. Maybe the animation is bigger than what it actually hits. Now, let's see. When I fight things that come out of rifts, a lot of enemies do create barrier for themselves, you know? That might be fun to see. There's actually no barrier at the Queen's Gauntlet, funnily enough. So we don't get to model that there. Okay, Shred. Launch a cutting disc at your enemy from 900 range away. It pierces, it cripples, and it immobes. Evolving gives us super speed and quickness. Oh man, this might be good. Finally, a bit of quickness. Okay, that's just kind of like a little throwing knifey thing. Nothing we haven't seen before. Dude, that's a big hit, by the way. Even downscaled with no stats, we just crit for 4k with that. There's a big number on Obliterate. Oh, Obliterate feels good. Its current tuning feels really good. So 900 away, I can throw my shit at this spider. It immobes him. This is unfortunate because this... I don't really like the active on this. I'm not too interested in this. If it was instant, like Hollow's Particle Accelerator, or if it was instant, like the Rifle Turret Surprise Shot or something, I think I would like it a lot more, because it would be like a throwaway thing. It builds into the tool belt, you know, kinetic battery and stuff. But I don't like it that much with a cast. Yet, I'm probably going to use it because the evolve, it gives me quickness. Okay, lastly, there's Demolish. Spin around a hunk of metal and finish with a forward smash. And this means when we evolve, we get stab and we heal based on outgoing damage. Which could also be good. I like all of these skills. Almost all of them. Wow, they all feel cool as fuck, honestly. In terms of, like, what they do. Very cool. I think all the morph skills I've seen seem cracked in one way or another. They're all so potent. They all have such big double effects. And don't forget, right? Don't forget we are an engineer. The reason this stuff looks so strong is because this is your second weapon set here, right? That basically this has to feel like what you would get from a weapon swap and all of those cooldowns. So yeah, you best hope it's good. So this stuff's good. Oh my god, look at that with the quickness. So this looks like a big winner for the mechanics, but a total nothing burger for the theme for me. Anyway, so that's morphs, that's evolving, which is all very simple, by the way. When I watched the stream, I was finding it kind of hard to track how this mechanic would work, but it's very, very simple. You just press a button to get strong for a little while, and the nature of your getting stronger. So here we're getting stab, we're getting quickness, we're getting super speed, we're healing on our hits, we're getting more potent might. The actives all have some kind of aggressive element to them. Look at that shit. So we spin and then we throw a forward slash. This is also both a blast and a whirl finisher. I guess it's a whirl there and a blast at the end. Let's throw up our lightning field and do it again. Let's throw up thunderclap. By the way, any NG experts out there, how is shortbow? I have not touched shortbow. We could combo it with shortbow, actually get a bit of Secret of the Obscure in there, but I don't know, man. I was just thinking because of the fields. Brutal bolts, brutal bolts, brutal bolts, area swiftness. I love shit like that, by the way, as well. One skill, multiple finishes. That stuff's always fun. This is not cooler than Photon Forge. Obviously, it's not cooler than Photon Forge. But it's still pretty good. It's more interesting than getting a single gyro on F5, I'll say that. Right, so there's your morphs, there's evolving. Let's have a look at the utilities now. We already looked at the mitotic state. There's not so many to look at for utilities. I think we're maybe missing one morph skill just because it feels natural to have 8. But at the end of the day, they hit all the... I mean, what QOL is not available? Did I say... Was there reflects and I've already forgotten about it? I guess there's not reflects. What would I do? What would I set up? Let's actually build something here. I think... Oh. I think let's... Oh, they're all... Oh, man. I don't want to give any of these up. But I also really want the stuns. This is good. These are the kind of decisions you want, where it's like there's lots of fun goodies, you know? Okay, so we have... 4 stances to look at, and then the elite. Solid state. Stance. Leap into the air as you command your body to compact. Oh yeah, it's the leap with the big ooze, spiky splash. I think these animations are okay. Stunning enemies where you land. Okay, I mean, if we've got stun here, we've got stun here. We have, you know, daze spam through the combo finisher and stuff. Maybe it's alright to... not take us a morph stun. Leap into the air as you command your body to come back, stunning enemies where you land. Gain stab and increase your outgoing stun durations for a minute. All this stab is weird. All the stab and barrier feels like it's stepping all over Scrapper. Right? But let's look past that. Gain stability and increase my outgoing stun durations for a while. Wow. So if I throw that on him, and then I stun him, this might have ridiculous break bar application. See, this is effectively just like using Stomp, right? This is Warrior Stomp with a nicer animation. And the slight distinction that it's, you know, it's not a blowout. But it's jump to an area and do some big CC. And with so many specs, so many skills for them to create, there will be these overlaps. The question isn't whether Warrior has it already. The question is whether NG has anything like it already. And it doesn't have a leap with a big stun on landing, so okay. I mean, unless you Elixir X and Rampage and use 5. Liquid State. Quickly melt down into a puddle, evading all incoming attacks. So this is the one that I think the animation's awful. That looks good, generally. But when you're wandering around in it, when you're moving, not so much. If it deformed and actually flowed and stuff, I would call it like the best animation in the game. But again, it's just another bit that feels sort of low quality. And I don't really have anything to say. In terms of, like, what it does, I mean, it will be good in competitive. Evade plus pressure is always good. Stalls are always good. They actually managed to interrupt it there. That was interesting. A supplement to your Condi pressure, I guess. Not too hot on this skill. I can see the application of having an evade over there, right? Is obviously going to be good for that. Stance. Superheat your body and lash out. Plasmatic state. I love the name of that. Damaging and burning enemies struck. Your outgoing strike and condition damage gets increased. So here we have a damage modifier on a utility for 7 seconds. So you want to think about a bit like Augment Fire. It has 4 burn on it too. 2 damage ticks. I love the visuals of that. That's so cool. The cones coming out. That feels really cool. I could see myself using that. So what have we seen? We've seen the solid state. The theming as well. The different forms of matter is all very cool as well. Solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. So solid state is the jump. Liquid state is the puddle. Plasmatic is this. Let's look at this again. This is really good. Oh, it looks a bit worse there going into the floor again, but still. So lastly, we have the gaseous state. And to be honest, I would have thought this is the evade, but alright. Sublimate. Breaking stun from yourself. Remove movement impairing conditions. Prevent their reapplication. It's just a raw stun break, really. On a 20-second cooldown? Oh no, sorry. It gives us the gaseous state. Which means we move quick. What the fuck is that? 100% incoming fumble unrestricted percent? What? %100% incoming fumble unrestricted percent. Sorry, again, am I dreaming? Is that their way of cumbersomely describing what it's like to not be affected by immob, chill, and cripple? I'm just going to tell you guys now, fumble is not a term that has been used to describe those. Incapacit... Oh, you mean when you get a glancing blow? That's not called a fumble. Any attacks against you are like they have weakness. Holy shit. Okay, can I just ask, how do you guys know that? That's what? That's so badly described. That's... Oh, okay, ignoring the specifics of the tooltip, that's very cool as well. It's just like the barrier breaking. That's a new mechanic. That's a new idea. That's a new, like, area to push buildcraft. So I can guarantee glancing blows against me. Fumble is for Keg Brawl. Yes! True, Arbadi. Fumble is in Keg Brawl. Yeah, let's take the Amalgam into Keg Brawl. I cannot believe how they've written that there. I think they said on stream it's like glancing blow. So he will glancing blow me every time. Let's see, ready? I'll aggro. Glancing. Glancing. Okay, and then it wasn't glancing. So it guarantees glancing blows. That's really good. Oh my god, for competitive. That's really good. Oh man. You know, I wish competitive had a population. I will never go back there. As long as it's the same 200 people all day, every week, every month. The same fucking nerds, the same fucking losers, the same cliques, the same buddies, the same people there all the time. Where succeeding at matchmaking is more about how you can manipulate it and shit like that. Like, I will never go back. If this game had like 100 to 1,000 times the population for competitive, I would be so happy because I would go immediately back. And all this buildcraft would be fun. Again, I feel like I'm being given all these tools, but there's nowhere I will ever apply them. I mean, world versus world roaming, maybe. That's really strong. Stun break that guarantees glancing blows against me and it cleanses my shit. I love that. Cool idea. Terribly described. I don't know what kind of acid they're on writing a tooltip like that, but okay. And there you go. So for open world PvE, I think I'm going to go plasmatic and solid. And then for my last thing, probably like Elixir U as a stun break. I've never liked using Elixir U as a stun break. I mean, maybe we will. Okay, and then you got the elite stance. Your slime rapidly spins around you, creating a magnetic field, pulling nearby enemies as a metallic storm swirls around you. So it's a pull. It's a tornado that pulls. Let's have a look. This is a great elite. Well done. That's a great visual. Never seen anything like that. That's fantastic. It's got CC on it. It's got flat damage on it. It's got Condi on it. Brilliant. Love it. No complaints. It's just a really good elite. It feels like an elite. I mean, it's a modern elite, so it's on a 50-second cooldown and not that strong. But, you know. Love it. Okay, so that's everything, guys. Would be cool if they made PvE content where stuff like that was good. Well, yeah, I mean, that's... But I think that ship's sailed as well. I mean, that's why I was trying to do the gauntlet for this stuff. Okay, let's go to a level 80 area now. What's a fun level 80 area? I'll tell you what, Grothmar. Still vaguely charry, right? The Ooze Pit! Ah, this is obviously the best place to go. The Ooze Pit. Unrestricted percent is a bizarre phrase. Seems like a messed up tooltip. It does, yeah. I don't even know how you'd get to that. Level 80, char aesthetic, ooze in the area. So good. Of course, the meta event isn't up, so what do we do with that? Right. I wish competitive had a population level. I mean, it's true. Like, every time I've got Legend, it's just about, do you have someone competent to duo with? And it's about, like, picking the hours you duo with. When I got... last time I got duo... last time I got Legend, some, like... I don't know exactly who they are. I was told this, like, through the grapevine. But apparently a bunch of French players hated that I got Legend for whatever reason, because I'm a PvEer, because I like lore. And it's not good. It's not comfortable to think that, you know, I'll be good at lore and this and that, and I'm allowed Legend. So they, like, conspired. Like, I was just playing the game, having fun, and they, like, conspired to tank my rating by, like, specifically queuing in and again to snipe me. That's what that scene is, all right? That's how PvP... That's how tiny of a population it is. It's like gambling, like, oh, we have 3 Plat 2 players, but these guys are gold, so we lose, right? And it's just all aggression and angry and backbiting and losers with no social skills and clicks. It's horrible. It's terrible. And it's just a handful of people. You can play both EU and NA, and still it's basically no one's there. It's the best gameplay. It is the best gameplay. It's so fun. But then Arenanet piss around making push and stuff. Like, they did alright with the monthly tournament stuff, or just tournaments in general. Anyway, don't get me ranting about that. It's a story long told. It's over. Okay, so yeah, let's see what we got for traits. Let's reread. Through a serene ingenuity, you are a host to Mercurial Mold. You are able to command it using selectable morph skills that replace your toolbelt skills, or even fully merge with it to evolve into a superior being. Morph skills selected will alter the composition of the mold, changing the bonuses it gives you. You also get stances. Right, cool. Gain Vitality on this spec and gain Barrier whenever we morph. Wow, that's already a very strong minor. Again, it kind of feels like it's in Scrapper's arena, but... Using a morph skill increases your damage for a duration. Oh my god, a 15% modifier on any morph skill. And I don't even have to pick it. Can you say overtuned? Just about every bit of this right now in current beta balance is tuned out the ass. You know, some of these other elite specs have fake miners. They're not real miners. They're like, you know, they could be in the skill, but in here, look at this. Look at all this just amazing extra assets and perks and value. I guess Arenanet really feel the sting of not having a weapon swap, so they do everything they can to put that extra power in there. But I mean, that's an NG thing, not a spec thing. Anyway, so by default, they gave us Innovating Alloy. We heal every second we have Barrier, and we heal when we evolve. This just feels like Scrapper 2.0. Look, and Scrapper has all those like on CC effects, and this is the same. Disabling an enemy reduces the cooldown of evolve. Ah, okay, I understand. To the person who said there's a build where you have to spam CCs to upkeep the boons, it's spam CCs to spam evolves. That's what it's going to be. And I like the look of that trait because that's, you know, getting in and out of evolve is important. And then finally, Symbiotic Synergy. Evolve recharges morph skills. Morph skills deal increased strike damage. Yeah, and that's also really strong. And it's 100% recharge reduced. On the Troubadour, they had similar effects to this, but they were always, like, really tame. Here, they're like, no, go on, get the full recharge. Okay, Arenanet set up some nice opening traits here. Because all I want to do is spam these. And this is basically saying, hey, you can spam these. Also, a 33% bump for them, for the pressure of these. Fuck me, no wonder we were getting such big hits. Okay. So, I'm going to look at the middle GM now. So, that's Symbiotic Synergy. Here we have Contagious Mutation. Strain enhancement effects are shared to nearby allies. Okay, so I share quickness and super speed. Was one of these giving alacrity and I missed it? No. Oh, yeah, there it was. Oh, shit. God, that cleanse one's so good. That cleanse one's so fucking good. So, yeah, so you can give both. You can give both. We're not going to be able to summon a worm here, guys, but we can summon our warband. Here we go. Ready? We're going to give the warband... Oh, sorry. All I have to do is evolve as well. Stab, quickness, alacrity on evolve. For my friends. And even more for me. So as long as I can keep CCing and evolving, I can keep spamming. I can spam both quickness and alacrity. I gotcha. For our solo thing, we don't worry about that. Is the PvP pop you describe on EU, on NA, you feel like there's a decent amount? It's both, and there's not a decent amount. Maybe if you're like... No, I'm trying to not be offensive, right? If you're like... If you're gold, alright? If you're in the thickest end of the bell curve, it might be alright. But I guarantee I could queue some PvP right now, and when I got in the queue, in the pops, it would be the same account names, the same people, or different account names, but the same people piloting them. And they're on different accounts because they're trying to smurf, or because they're cunts, and they get, you know, they're just nasty, horrible people, and they've got their accounts banned at some point, so now they're on a new account. That's what it is. Sorry, but it's been like that for like the first 11 years of the game. I don't believe it's... sorry, the first 12 years of the game. I don't believe it's changed around now on the 14th. It's not. So yeah, share stuff, that's cool. I'm not going to use it. But I'm sure there'll be some fun builds where we can mess with that. And then Double Helix. Evolve has 2 charges and grants an increased attribute bonus. So I can double evolve. But it will no longer recharge my morph skills. Ooh. And I get even more stats out of it. A lot of these trait ideas, I think all day, everything we've looked at, Troubadour had a great range of ideas to like augment the mechanics and stuff. Troubadour was really cool. Paragon was good as far as that's concerned. This has been good as far as that's concerned. I think the only real issue with this wave has been like animation budget. And okay, and some of the concepts they've ran with are pretty silly. Whoever's working on these traits, I mean, that's awesome, isn't it? This is so much free and easy alacrity and quickness for myself. I think I would rather... So the question is, do you want to double evolve or do you want to double morph? That's a really fun, like, question to ask me. I think I'm going to stay with double morphing. All right, let's take the top line now then. So we got stainless steel. Convert condies to boons when you use a stance or an evolve. Look at all of this QML. Oh my god, I've got so many stances and evolves. Holy shit. Oh, sorry. No. These are... Okay, evolve only. Sorry, not morph. Evolve only. All right, that's not... I'm not going to take that in PvE, but fine. Amalgam inflicts poison skills on hit. Sorry, Amalgam skills inflict poison on hit. Poison you inflict lasts longer. So we have a bit of a Condi line here, focused around poison. Is poison the one condition they couldn't, like, really enhance? And then, finally, these two. I feel like we've gone through these traits really quickly. Morph skills and evolving grant protection to yourself. Okay, that's really good. So do I want to heal or do I want prot up time? Oh, actually, this is really well made here. Do you want... This is basically... Here's some defensive utility for you. Do you want it to be Condi? Do you want it to be flat damage? Or do you want sustain? The Trinity. Pick one of the Trinity. Really good. That's a very fun decision point there. Disabling an enemy reduces the cooldown of evolve. Condi shit. Or evolve no longer inherits bonuses from strains. Morph skills grant their bonus at reduced duration. Oh, wow. So I get it straight away now. I get the replicating strain just by tapping that. See, this Silver Lining combos with Symbiotic Synergy, not with Double Helix. But they've flipped it around, weirdly. I think I would take this. Very close to what Arenanet set me up on, actually. Now, do we actually care about kinetic battery? Yeah, I think we do. Do I want to use takedown round? No. I like lock on. Which gives us controlled analysis, which is slightly different. Or technically a different skill. So when we CC, we get the vulnerability. We get 10 vulnerability, we get vigor, we cleanse a Condi, we get all of that. I'm happy to not be on kits right now. I don't want to reduce the recharge of the elite on dodge. We could run static discharge as well. This is very close to how I used to run hollow. Increase crit chance when you're within a certain range. No scope's good. I've always liked no scope. Still looking for that dream flamethrower. I'm also, on Engineer, I'm still looking for a spec. You know how Gale Shot lets Rangers play into the Marksman, finally? It's good just fundamentally for that. How Ritualist lets Necros play into Minion Mancer at an elite spec level. It's good for that. Engineer is still missing the turret edition of that, right? A lot of people pick up NG because they like that idea of the turret playstyle, and it's awful in this game, and you know, it's gone through many reworks and stuff. I still believe that there's an elite specialization out there that can fulfill that. Quickness and stab when we disable an enemy. We actually have more than enough quickness, so we don't necessarily need shred. We could run one of these other ones. We could do Thorn. I like the idea of Thorns, I just doubt it's that great. I like Obliterate. The big sword from Obliterate is awesome. Let's do Obliterate. Okay. So let's put some attributes on. And see where we go. I'm going to do a raw demo build this time. We can go with a Claw Relic again. Relic of the Claw. Look how much quicker this section was than the Troubadour section because we didn't have the audio bit. And yeah, I'm just going to take accuracy and force. I'm just going to keep it generic. We're not super build crafting here. We're just trying to get a sense for the specs, aren't we? So there's no need to drag it out or whatever. All right. Oh, and then we probably want... So we're playing a nice power version. It looks like there's some stuff for Condi in there. Some of this just comes down to, okay, do you want to hit the golem and find a rotation that looks satisfying? Which sort of isn't my vibe, really. Okay, off to the Crown Pavilion we go. You become the turret? That's a fun idea. Okay, which one's my stun break? F2. Okay, and we also have Elixir U as a stun break. It might be excessive. Really? So we're double casting our morphs, and we're getting back into evolve as fast as possible through CCs. So what I really want to do is I want to hit my morph skills, evolve to recharge them, and then start spamming CCs and stuff to get the evolve back. That's probably the best opener. And one more arena for the day, guys. One more. And look at that. We've done 6 out of the 9 specs all of a sudden. Thief Rifle was the turret for a while. It's a shame because, you know, you can clearly see all the... Oh, we don't have our... Oh, we'll have a look. The, like, TF2 love and stuff. I've already just immediately gone onto... Oh, well, Haumi hit us, but we killed Haumi. Jesus, look at our boons here. Look at the quickness. It's more than enough quickness. We don't need this as a stun break. What do we want to use? I don't want to use S. It's too passive. See, it's funny. I look at all the utility skills differently now. Shall we just do Gaseous State? If we can force Churai Ossa to glance us every hit for that opening salvo. I have to say. Oh, no, really. Yeah, like the original turrets as they released with the overloading and the picking them up for the lower cooldown and placing them back down and all that stuff. There was clearly a lot of love in it, you know? Arenanet were really looking for something there. And nowadays... Okay, so we evolve. Okay, Dubrush is getting battered. Okay, what I have noticed, by the way, is they get the 15% modifier here, but there weren't any other ones, were there? So it's on a minor for this, but you don't... Like, some of the other elite specs have all been going up to 20, even 30. I mean, Christ, who was it that got 45? Someone had 45% on that. Was it Luminary? Was it the first one we did? Alright, time for some more Liadri commentary. This is a Herald. He should do fine here. He's opting for Jarlis plus Glint. As far as I could make out. You saw me do it on Malix, obviously. Oh, very risky throw there. Did you see that? He almost got cloned. Not quite focusing on the rifts. This guy has Eternal Forge Master. Isn't that, like, ridiculously expensive? Isn't that all of the Aurene weapons? Oh, or is it all of the Obsidian armor? Alright, he procced her pretty quick. Early dodges, but he should be fine. If he can now kill her... Oh, no, he's out of endurance and he's moving slow. Yeah. That was that double dodge that he didn't need to do from before. Dude, that guy's played a lot of the game. I don't have Eternal Forge Master. Right, who are we fighting? Kalia? Fuck me. This is overtuned out the ass. Listen, guys, my opinion of this, on where I put in the tier list, does not change just because it's overtuned right now. Because tuning changes. What I'm talking about is theme, value for the game, shit like that, right? Okay, I don't know whether she's cast. She hasn't. Okay. Gaseous State. There we go. Ooh. Ah, we gotta... Ah, for fuck's sake. It's weird when I think because I went with the immediate... Get in here! Thank you. Let's use the elite. We haven't used that yet. Morph. Oh, you know why Hammer is so insane with this? Because this is basically Scrapper 2.0. And that's another thing. I think the fact that this is basically Scrapper, it loses some points for me. Well, there you go. That's Surreal. What the fuck? Do we want to play Visions of Eternity on this? Let's evolve. Elite. Oh, shit. I didn't evolve. He's dead before I'm really even getting going. Massacus. Okay, this will be good. Let's see if we actually do have DPS. We might just have Spike. So let's see. Oh, I do want to open with a CC because I want quickness while I go through this shit. Like this is obviously not using a rotation, so we have gassed out pretty hard. We have gassed out. The reason I've gassed out there is because I haven't plotted out like all the cooldowns and figured out like an actual rotation. Oh, if I did a different order there, we wouldn't gas out and we probably would have kept hitting really hard. And I don't have a sense of that because we just cobbled this together. But the reality is most things will never get... Well, okay, though the thing is when we do solo rifts and shit... Okay, it's Salazan. What have we got now for him? Nothing, really. Let's guarantee some weakness. Let's guarantee his things glance. Oh my god, that's so cool! Holy shit, look at that. You could just make... I'm doing that again. I took no damage from Salazan. Here you go, look. Did you see the glancing? Here, damage taken. 200 damage from Inflame. Zero because of the barrier. I guess Flame Wave might be the big hit. Only 1,000 damage. That's one-shotting. That's crazy. That is insane. Okay. Oh, no, not you. We already did you. The crew of the pirate ship Ravenous. Oh, the pearl, the pearl. Oh, so good. I'm not even getting a time to cast these stances. By the way, the fact that they're stances, even though they're like triggered effects, feels a bit... We could try that pull against Liadri in a second. Look at my boon still. Oh no, it's because the Herald's standing next to me. I was going to say. In fact, that might actually be skewing this a little bit. Because I'm entering these fights with a shit ton of stuff. Look at that 20k on that. Look at Subject 7. This is killing quicker than my Catalyst kills. Deadeye done well. I've got to avoid these, at least. See here, when it comes to the morph abilities, I'm just going left to right. There's no actual logic between which one I hit first. They're all on a 17-second cooldown. Strugan Chomper. Here you go. Look, he's not always giving us boons. We're all right here. Like, and I could weave in a lot more hammer twos. Dude, this is just me going across, evolving, and then eliting. That's it. That's all I'm doing. And now we're on to Liadri. I don't know what I have for mobility here, really. Hammer's a bit... Ugh. Well, okay, we can thunderclap the clones before we pick stuff up. Also, solid state is a jump. So we can jump out of thingy. We can use Hammer 2 to stop her from hurting me too bad. So look at our health just immediately compared to what the Troubadour was struggling with a minute ago. Just keep doing these little reflects. That took ages there. Gonna hit that. See, what I'm gonna do is one's gonna pop, maybe two. I'm gonna thunderclap, pick the orb up, throw the orb. Oh, okay, there was the big 17k whatever. I'm gonna just evolve straight away. Problem here is, okay, good. Like, this is scary. Oh shit, we have to dodge. I have no range, so when she's crowding around the clones, I can't just go in and bomb her with damage, right? But there we go. We dealt with that very easily. All right, Master of Lightning. Let's see. I'm going to immediately open with Thunderclap and stun whatever it tries to do. And then maybe jump in. That might be fun. Should we solid state afterwards? That might be cool. Thunderclap. Solid state. I really want to get that Hammer 2 going. Oh, I love the giant sword. I love the giant sword and just cracking someone in the face for 26,000 damage. Yeah, by the way... Oh, no, it did hit me. But only ever for 0. Master of Lightning only did 3 ticks of damage on me there, that entire fight. And they were all 0 because I had barrier. That's how much CC we can chain and how hard we can hit, how quickly. Again, compare that to Troubadour a minute ago. Palia the Errant. Really, I should jump first, then do this, because it lengthens my stuns, doesn't it? I fucked that up. I was trying to do the special action, and I basically failed. Oh, I didn't morph either. Look at our boons, man. Look at our boons. There's Hammer 3 with no field. Let's force her to do glancing blows. So here I've gassed out again. Oh. And one of the reasons I have... Oh. I had her sword. I was trying to use weapon skills and I was holding her sword. I needed to auto. Which is why we just suddenly stopped for a minute there. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Wayne... If I Electro Whirl at the right time, we'll be fine with Wayne. Or just gassy. Oh, I didn't morph. I actually... See, Wayne's a bitch, man. If you're gonna smash Wayne in the face in melee, be prepared for some randomness to it. But that is our only option here. I'm going to gaseous form really early. I'm going to morph really early. Oh. He's doing it. Okay, now that he's done it, it's over, basically. He interrupted my, like... Oh my god, it's not over. He got me. Ah, Wayne, what legend. Actually, well, we can rally. Oh, no, we can't. He interrupted this thing, Demolish, where you spin and then leap. My guy leapt onto the line and got interrupted. So he managed to counter me that quite well there. I don't know why, but I don't like leaping in. Please let me actually morph. Okay. I think it's that the... Right, let's interrupt him. And now gaseous form. Yeah, easy peasy. Like, I don't know whether he hit me on that one. Maybe. Alright, we've got Cereal. Cereal shouldn't be a problem. Cereal Suriel is oddly really weak. Suriel feels like a T2 kind of fight. I know the Troubadour just struggled. The Troubadour didn't actually kill this. That Condi Troubadour we were trying just now. This will be interesting because we don't really have the range. But we do have gaseous form. Does gaseous form give me super speed? Or did it just reduce my incoming Condis? Yeah, it didn't give me super speed. Okay, now we can focus on her. Oh. And I've spent all my stun breaks. I do not know what she's doing right now. Elite, more. Oh, she has a break bar. And I've... Okay, never mind. We did the stomp, basically. This is really weird. I've never experienced this moment where she resummons them. Yeah, I think we have a lot of burst. I'm not really doing much damage, like DPS. And the movement. Okay, so now there's Churai. This I'm really interested in. By the way, this is not Berserker. This is Demolisher. So the pressure could be way higher. I'm really interested in how gaseous state helps us here. Because you can't inflict... When someone has a break bar, or defiance or whatever, they... The condition... Incapacitating conditions don't do their effect anymore. They just drain the bar. So weakness, you can't put weakness on a champ to make it glance. It's just going to drain the bar. I don't think I can put weakness on Churai to make him glance. Maybe I can, because he's kind of a weird case. But this does it anyway. I can get that weakness anyway, which is so exciting and interesting. And I'm going to do it, like, right away. Look, he's not hurting us. It's fucking mental. Okay, there he hurt us. I don't want to overheal. I don't want to waste my... I'm going to wait for him to do some kind of gap close here and dodge it. Oh, shit. I should have gaseous stated earlier. Oh, my God. He hit me really hard anyway there. Okay, he's... We gotta dodge now. And then jump on him. And evolve. And heal. For the love of God, heal. Channel block for a second. Oh, we're not really hurting him, are we? Oh, God. Gaseous again. Again, I was a little bit early with that. We're going to dodge again now. And, oh, wrong one. Oh. Yeah, I need to get a sense of what is it that smacks so hard. But there you go. So... Did we just sweep? No, I don't think we swept. What did I do? Salazan didn't kill us. Someone killed us. Who killed the amalgam? Oh, it was fucking Wayne. Wayne killed me with the sword 3. Yeah, so what I've built here has no ranged capabilities. You could easily sub in, I hate to say it, grenade kit or mortar kit or something if you wanted that, right? Could try it on a weapon that has a bit more range. I am weirdly, morbidly curious about short bow, which I'm not. This isn't a critique, but short bow is like the weapon I'm least interested in using. I think it has interesting ideas. I don't really know how they reworked it. Is short bow fun now? I don't know. Yeah, Wayne got us. It was Wayne. Yeah, there you go, guys. That's the amalgam. What I will say... So, in summation of today, Troubadour, I think I have a better opinion of. This one I still think is middle of the road. It has the advantage of having some good animations, right? I like the big sword. I like the flux state. I think the traits are well made. I think a lot of the traits this whole generation are well made, actually. But overall, it's not a theme I really care about. And it's a fairly simplistic idea, right? But it's a fun one. I like that I get alacrity from evolving, and I can deal with my quickness here. Very similar to what we were doing with Paragon. Fun while it lasts. Release surely won't be that strong. Maybe you never know. I mean, what I'm doing here is not what they will use to inform whether it's strong. It will be whether it's overrunning the competitive formats, and it will be how it's benchmarking, right? And it's particularly if there's a quickness and alacrity build, that's a bit dodgy. But I have to assume they knew they were putting that in the game because it's quite a simple idea, isn't it? So there you go, guys. That was me trying the symbiotic synergy trait. Maybe Double Helix had something with the double evolution. Maybe Contagious Mutation had something for sharing with other people. But yeah, a flexible, overtuned engineer. That's the Amalgam. That's my take on the beta. To everyone who made it this long on the stream, thank you very much for watching. I know it's been quite a long episode, 3.5 hours, coming up on 4 hours here. I really appreciate you all. Thank you very much for checking this out. John Sellers earlier with the memberships, thank you. And Ditherus RPG with the $5 donation. I'm really looking forward to Evoker as well. Speaking of which, that will be on the next one. So the festival ends in 20 hours. I will try to get in and on before that happens. See, we're going to want, like, if we're going to cover 3 in one day, we're going to need at least 4 hours. So that means I actually have 16 hours. But I'm not going to be sleeping for ages. So it would be me, like, waking up after, like, very few hours sleep to get it all in time. So I don't know about getting the gauntlet for everyone. We might get screwed out of it. We might be able to get at least one tomorrow. We'll see. Cheers. This was a blast. Thanks. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I quite enjoyed the music section with the Troubadour there. Thank you, everyone. I hope you're having fun with the beta. And again, I implore you all, give me some walls of text. I really want to read them. If you've got messages, drop them in the comments. I am gathering comments as we go. And I will do a Q&A sort of reflection session very soon. I don't know, maybe in the next bar or one after that. I don't know. Sleep doesn't give XP, yeah. Thanks, guys. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.